Well, we're officially in the 501 to 1000 era of Castranger now.
It's finally done! Gotchard's over! Thank God!
Party popper.
Gotchard was really good. I missed it.
You don't sound convinced.
No, I feel like after my opinions on Gotchard today, people are just gonna be like, Lane.
Vegas is already getting in on it early.
That's why, like, I'm afraid, like, Deca's gonna be on for the Gotchard discussion, so I'm like, uh-oh.
Let me put it this way. I was gonna get into this when we get into it, but, like, just real quick, just to let you know the frame of mind I'm going into this with. You know how every time a show ends, I have a fucking essay ready to go?
You don't have one for this one?
I got nothing. I'm winging this episode as much as the show winged itself.
Uh-oh. All right, see, like, anyways, let's first cue the roll call. Right!
I think I can connect.
Loading. Broadcast.
Perfect.
Show running super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loudon online. Greycaster Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger episode 501. I didn't need to check the website this time.
Well, yeah, because last week was
episode Oshawa.
No, I feel like everyone. It's gonna be that meme of like Ryder from Tangled, just with all the swords drawn on him. Just like that's me with like my opinion on Gotchard.
All right.
Episode Oshawa.
This one's such a cutie.
Yeah.
When I found out he could take that clamshell off of his fucking chest, I was like,
Like a clam upon my tummy.
Oshawott is in this picture, but mostly it's Rastachu.
If you happen to be tuning into us for the first time, thank you for checking us out. We are a bunch of graduating Alchemy Academy students who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and usually a third thing. However, this being the end of a show, we will be honoring our 10-year-old tradition of foregoing a featured topic and taking some time to talk about our thoughts on Kamen Rider Gotchard as a whole.
So I guess we'll be talking about Boonboomger first.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yay.
But yeah, so this week we're talking about Gotchard episode 50 and the series entirely, as well as Boonboomger episode 26.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Guess who forgot to watch Boonboomger this week?
That's okay.
Oh my god, but it's such a start to a great arc that like Boonboomger is gonna be cooking the next little while.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. Just I was so wrapped up in the Gotchard finale.
I certainly hope Boonboomger's cooking because now it's airing alongside a show about food.
Snacky.
That joke needed a little more time in the oven.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
shiny. It's a shiny Oshawa. He's got a purple nose. It's cute.
It was better than what I said.
Alrighty. Well, before we get into anything, we have some news to talk about.
News mode.
News mode.
So, unsurprising, the final episode of Kamen Rider Gotchard will be getting a director's cut. But I think it is just the actual final episode, unlike King Oja, for example, where it was 3 episodes.
Oh, so apparently it's going to be called This Is My and Your Kemi Story.
Oh boy.
That was just the episode name, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
The director's cut will be released on the TTFC. Release date, not confirmed yet, but it will have scenes not seen in the TV version.
I saw that shot before like the finale debuted. So I thought it was a screenshot from the finale, and I was like, "Oh no!" Hotaru like talks to like actual Steam Hopper, and then like Gar was like, "Oh no! It's just like a promo, like promoting the finale."
That's just a fucking album cover.
I was going to say it looks like an album cover.
Gotchard +1.
My Chemi romance.
We already made that joke, but yeah, My Chemical Romance.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So we'll see if that makes the finale more interesting. Moving on. We have the announcement of the DX Eldora driver, the driver of both Kamen Rider Dorado in the movie and Kamen Rider Eld in the finale.
Not gonna lie, I realized this week that I really, really liked that rider design a lot. It's got like an evil Knights Chow vibe.
Kinda.
Well, to quote that animated film I've never seen before, both is good.
You've never seen Road to El Dorado?
No, but everyone's telling me I should because apparently it's really good.
You really gotta fix that.
Okay.
I've never seen it all the way through either.
Usually I'm the one who hasn't seen the movie everyone else has seen.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
I heard Elton John does the music for that movie, so that's really cool.
All right, so this comes with the Dark Ether card that Kamen Rider Dorado uses in the movie and the El Dragon card that is used in the show.
I don't know why, but like his first, like the movie form, it reminds me of that character like from the game like Knights, like the purple dude.
That's what Emily was saying. It looks like Knights.
Yeah, to be fair, I said it looks like a Knight's Chow, which is kind of derivative, so I should have just said Knight.
The horns do kind of look like the Jester hat.
I will say I do like on the belt that it has like his golden Rubik's Cube. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Honestly, so apparently the way this belt works is like when he does Kamen Rider Dorado, he just puts the card in. He doesn't open up the belt. But when he does Kamen Rider Eld, it actually opens up the panel on it like the Dread driver.
Vegas, thank you for that, but you gotta change the I to a Y. Kimmy's are spelled with a Y.
I just look at the closed version of the El Dorado driver, and I'm just like, it's the fucking Millennium driver. It looks like,
for real, this looks like a Millennium item.
It looks like a Millennium puzzle on it.
El Dorado!
I would have just gone with Dorado! Alright, so, Premium Bandai web exclusive, 9,900 yen, releasing in January.
It sucks that, like, from now on, we're just gonna get, like, two belts. Like, two rider belts that are gonna be, like, DX, like, regular retail release, and then everything else in the rider show will always be Premium Bandai. It's such bullshit. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be Premium Bandai stuff or attachments for the main driver.
Well, to be fair, I think it is just with the times. It's with the times that Toei and Bandai know that there are a lot more adult collectors out there than kids. Kids just want the main character. They just want the Red Ranger. They just want the main title Kamen Rider. If you want anything relating to the other characters, which are more about or who have more fans in the older market, aka like, you know, teenagers, young adults, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay a
premium.
You have to pay a bit more. Yes, you have to pay premium to get said items because they know supply and demand. If this was released at retail, it would bomb extremely hard at retail.
You're not wrong.
All right. So
also, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
It's good. I will say, like, despite the fact that its color palette is all the fuck over the place, like the color palette just screams McDonald's at me.
McDonald's.
You know what's weird? I weirdly like the purple in like the center. I weirdly like that.
That's the one color I think shouldn't be in here. If it was just yellow and red, I think it would look a lot better. But I do think this is a more interesting version of the Dread driver, despite the fact that they've removed the functionality of the side card slot.
Yeah.
I just think it looks really cool.
That too.
I
just think
why.
it's
like,
neat.
I'm not particularly like a Gurion person. Like, I think that his evil plan made no sense and all sorts of things like that. But like, that is a cool driver.
We'll talk about Gary
cool
and
rider form. Yeah, that is a cool rider form.
I will admit, I do like how, despite it being the same belt, I like how different each, like, how, like, you know, just with it being open, it looks like a different belt to me.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I like the Dorado helmet design better than the Eld one.
Yeah.
But I like the body on Dorado better. I mean, on Eld better than Dorado's. Maybe someone could combine those two together.
That's because Dorado's chest piece is a terribly repainted reuse of Grease Perfect Kingdom.
Oh my god, I remember that.
But Eld is actually a repaint of X-Rex.
It kind of reminds me a bit of like Eld, the gold form, is like a defensive one, and Dorado is like the attack form, like the speed form.
Yeah, like he cast it off.
That would be
like Eld. Yeah.
It would be so much more interesting if the two forms were like alternate forms of the same power set instead of being like two different power sets that use the same driver.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Totally agree with this. It would be cool if you had one that was strength and one that was speed, sort of like Deoxys or something.
Mm-hmm. And then he has like a intermediate form that's like a multi-type in a sense of like, it's great to do all three, but you're not getting the full power of all three.
Yeah. All right, cool. Moving on. Speaking of Gotchard drivers, we have an update on the Daybreak version of the Gotchard driver that they're putting out. They announced that it will include 2 secret cards, which are basically the Ultima versions of Hopper 1 and Steamliner from the finale.
You know what, Decker? I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say I'm like, we'll talk about it more when we talk about the episode, but I actually did kind of like this.
So yeah.
Oh my god, Gotchard drivers are like $30 in Japan.
Here's my question though. Since this happens with Precure too, and the season ends, all the merchandise goes down. Does anyone know if Nijigon is cheaper now? Because I kind of still want Nijigon.
Nijigon should be cheaper as well because it is essentially the toy store trying to clear out the previous year's merchandise so that they have room for the holiday season for the upcoming Kamen Rider and Super Sentai toys.
Yeah, because I know I do not need Nijigon, and I know I will only have like 30% of his functionality not attached, but all I want is a little Nijigon that you can press a button on and he says, "Gone, gone," and stuff. That's literally all I need.
So what you're saying is you need Jigon him. That was as terrible as it was in my head.
I just want the actual Nijigon to be my friend and hang out with me and go to Mandarin with me. I don't know why that was what I thought. Does he eat food? Oh yeah, he does. He even ate food as an egg.
Ichi, my Nijigon's weird. It's asking if he could have my autograph.
What?
You get it.
I don't.
It's a deep cut. Same VA of a certain character.
There's a Nijigon on eBay for like $65 free shipping, so that's probably the best thing to get for now.
Oh my god, the noise you just made.
Is that yours? Is that Decker? Do you have that? Is that in your possession?
Decker has every single Gotchard thing.
Here's my special. This is like really dumb, and I feel like really weird requesting it. But can you like write a little message like on like a card, and have him holding it
like a fan sign?
Yeah, so then I have a little message that Nijigon is holding, like just something nice.
Emily, I linked you the eBay listing if you want to look at it. So.
You better buy it before it's gone, because he's Nijigon.
Gone.
That was terrible.
I like how Deckard is just like, sure. I don't blame you, it was terrible.
Anyways, you want to get a third version of the Gotchard driver? Here you go.
I mean, it's tempting.
Oh, I just $30. We just went over this.
Buy one Gotchard driver for every rider in the show that uses it, because it's a lot.
Oh, no, never mind. This is just the Daybreak version. They're just saying it comes with 2 extra cards.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. I thought this was like a third version of the driver.
Nope, this premium Bandai web exclusive set, 8,800 yen, releasing in December. It's just an update on the driver version they already announced.
Cool.
All right. Speaking of Daybreak, they announced SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Fire Gotchard Daybreak, aka the best fucking suit in the show.
It looks really good.
Goddamn.
I love the last photo in the gallery. It's like, now you can recreate the second arc poster.
I like you can make both forms. That's pretty dope.
Oh, the shot right before it of him just standing in the fire and sunlight is so good.
I like the one where he has like his arms like spread out and he's just like, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
That has the same energy as fucking Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park. Nobody move!
I've never seen that movie.
I saw that one.
We saw it in theaters, yeah. It was okay.
But yeah, like, as much as normally I'm not huge on the color orange, I've said this before, but like, this works so well. This is objectively the best suit in the show.
I mean, that's not Valvarad Kuragane.
You have your opinion.
I know. Anyways, it's really sick.
Yeah, and you can even convert it into like non-fire Daybreak version.
All right, of course. Sweet, of course it's Premium Bandai.
Yeah. Premium Bandai, 9,900 yen, releasing March of next year. And it comes with the Gotchard Igniter, the Gotchard Tornado, parts for the Tornado, interchangeable hands, etc., etc. Oh, damn, that second shot of it just standing there looks so fucking good.
Well, you got lots of time to save.
I might buy this.
Yeah.
Is the bow and arrow exclusive to this figure or no?
I doubt it, but I don't know for a fact.
I can't remember. Also, okay,
correct
me if I'm wrong. I was thinking about it today. Does Gotchard have a base X form?
X-Rex.
Well,
no, not X-Rex, not UFO X. I mean like a base form before that.
What do you I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Okay, you know how he has X-Rex and UFO X.
Mm-hmm.
And how there are forms for those.
You're asking if there's a
form.
Okay,
or is it just Seam Hopper?
If he was to use a level 10 card without the Gotchard caliber, those probably exist, but we never saw them. They might exist in like concept art.
Thanks.
I don't know why. I was having like a Mandela effect of like, no, he had one before the other attachment. What was it?
Do the level 10 cards have like matchups? Like every other Kemi?
I don't think they do.
It's been a while since I looked at any of them. Okay, so you would just use the level 10 card plus a blank, and it would just be like Gotchard X Fortress or whatever.
Okay.
So in theory they exist, but I don't think we've actually seen any of them.
I wish we saw more of that like form he had in the Gotchard Geats movie. Where he used like all of them.
Oh yeah,
Super Gotchard? Star Gotchard.
Yeah.
Where you use the X Assemble card.
Yeah.
That was a really good form.
Man, why couldn't that suit why can't that suit be retooled?
Freaking, I saw some guy on Twitter, he apparently made like a remote control X Fortress.
I saw that! I want it! It's adorable!
Yeah. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it.
With his little mustache!
Oh, it's the prop from the show? Oh, and it was remote controlled? That's awesome.
That's so cool. I want it. Sell it on Premium Bandai. I'll buy it!
Yeah, Premium Bandai X Fortress.
I want a little X Fortress to drive around my house.
You turned into clone JFK there for a second.
Ichi, I bet you could find someone to like 3D print you an X Fortress. Someone could probably do that.
Maybe.
Who's that? Who's that guy? Red boy.
Hell Rainbow Gotchard?
It looks like, yeah, it looks like Rainbow Gotchard mixed with Tajidol.
I was gonna say Hell Raising Hopper. Oh, there you go, Emily.
We have a Gonde and we can go.
Oh my god, I didn't mean like a message like that cute. I just I meant like even just like hi or something.
That's adorable.
Nijigon's one of those cartoon characters where you don't look at him from the front.
I was about to say it's if you look straight at his face, you can't see its eyes.
We just need to go on Cameo, find Nijigon's VA, and just get him to make a message for
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die already. I'm already done. I'm crying. Why? It's so dumb.
That's so cute.
It's so dumb.
So this figure's gonna be 9,900 yen.
That's not Bakugo's VA. You're fucking joking.
For Nijigon? No. Yeah, we established that a while ago.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That is Katsuki Bakugo, aka, you know what? It's been a season. His name is Dynamite.
Oh yeah, there's one. There's a level 10. It's Dragonalos and Gaiard as Gaia Dragon. So there's some art of it. Oh, is that official?
The first Kemi.
Oh my god, no, that's Decker. That's. Oh my
Bakugan.
god.
Oh, that's right. That's why we made that joke.
Yeah.
I've been incapacitated. Oh my god, from Pokemon, Lily's brother. What's his name?
Yeah, I hated
forgot his name.
You're such a dick.
I forgot his name, but he was cool. Yeah, Gladion. I thought it was kind of cool because he had type null and he had that whole plot line of it turning into Silverly.
Type null was sick. All right.
Anyway, moving on. Oh, baby! Fresh off the complete selection modification line, the fucking Orga gear!
Everyone start chanting his name.
Orga! Orga! Orga!
Orga!
Hey, thank you guys. I just like Lily's brother, and then you just all like Gladion.
And the coolest part is it comes with the Stalanzer, his weapon.
It's the little
it comes
nub
with the sword.
Yeah.
It's a nub though.
Oh, it's a nub.
It's a little
Biden fork. You didn't have to go that far. I've been destroyed. I've been turned into like particles.
You know what, Lane? Gigantic style series Orga sword.
Nichigan, I don't feel so good.
All Might, I don't feel so good.
Stop it.
All right, so
this belt's fucking sick.
Premium Bandai posted the images of the complete selection modification Orga gear. The design is based on the CSM Fies driver version 2 from December of last year, but the belt and side buckles have a different design, newly sculpted based on the film. The Orga phone is equipped with an LED, and when you type in his Henshin code, part of the screen lights up. That's sick as fuck! Is there a picture of it?
In addition, Orga's Shouts of Joy is also included. Wait, does it actually have included, like, the crowd chanting his name?
Hold on.
That would be fucking sick if the belt can do that.
Sound specs, in addition to transformation sound, newly created ringtones, unique sound effects. 4 kinds of BGM, namely Climax C, Climax D, Climax E, and Climax F are included.
Yeah,
Orga's Shouts of Joy.
Yeah, I think it includes the crowd yelling Orga.
I don't know if that's what that is. Maybe that's just like him like doing a battle cry while he's fighting.
No. You know what it is? It's going to be when it's in standby mode. You're probably going to have an option to where it's just going to be everyone shouting Orga. And once you hit the button, it'll probably be Kiba, God rest his soul, his voice saying Henshin. You plug it into the driver.
Yeah.
Sturdy boy. I fucking always loved that it like slowed it down.
By attaching the holder to the side of the buckle of the Orga driver, you can recreate the look seen in the film. The Orga Stalanzer dagger mode can activate a slashing sound with a trigger. By setting the mission memory, the sound of longsword mode will activate. It is equipped with wireless communication function with the Orga phone, so you can perform the Exceed charge with it in longsword mode.
Oh, that's right, because it is just this, but then he like projects a longer
yeah, the blade is like an energy blade.
Oh, it's a lightsaber.
Right.
Yeah.
Star Wars was popular again.
Well, it kind of looked more like an energy sword from Halo, but yeah.
Yeah. I love that it has a little holster on the side of the belt.
I will not get this belt because it is apparently almost $500.
Premium Bandai web exclusive, 49,500 yen, releasing in March.
You know what? This is one of the most powerful fucking Fies drivers. So
this is the Emperor's belt.
Yeah,
I owned the DX one a while ago.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, but this is a sick belt, sick design, and Orga was a pretty cool fucking rider.
Okay. I was looking it up. Okay, first off, yeah, you're right. It is sort of like a weapon from Halo.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then there's just this press photo.
Same with the little dagger.
Stab you.
You know who?
Orga's sick.
Speaking of which, go check out Zio Agito's YouTube channel. He has done a full cosplay of Kamen Rider Orga.
Nice.
Noisy cricket.
He keeps it in the background of his videos.
I also love that you know it's called that because I typed noisy cricket in to get the picture, and I'm so glad that actually worked.
Oh yeah, no, Men in Black's great.
All right. Next. This was something Gar added to the news, so I'll let you take the helm on this.
He was?
The Draken thing?
I thought we were doing the Robo Universe thing first.
I might have put them in the wrong order.
Alright.
Whatever, we're here.
Alright. Anyways, Lord Draken is getting a Super 7 action figure from Super 7.
Doesn't look good.
I love the human heads. Calm head, angry head.
I actually don't like. It might just be like the coloring, like on the picture, but like I don't really like the look of it. Yeah, you know what? This first picture doesn't look good, but then the official like photo that looks better.
Yeah, I feel like the first
complete
photo
with cracked
is
Red Ranger
like,
helmet.
Is digital artwork, like not final.
Okay,
I'm sorry, but he looks like Willem Dafoe.
Look at the.
I'm something of a ranger myself.
Saba, it's missing his head. It has accurate Saba. Thank you.
Awesome.
The Lightning Collection figure didn't have that.
Did Draken rip Saba's head off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Saba went to him, was ready to kill him. Draken broke out of his chains, grabbed the sword, ripped his head off so that he could use his teleportation energy to get back to his dimension. And then he proceeds to wear Saba's head around his neck as a necklace.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
Amazing.
There was a point where he started talking to it as if it was a different person.
Oh.
Draken went crazy for a bit, and then he finally died.
Anyway, so the figure.
Dead. The figure is going for herpaderps $55, which isn't that bad. I paid a lot for the Power Morphicon one. I might get this just to keep up having a Lord Draken collection.
Yeah,
I like it
as well.
Yeah, I have the Lightning collection as well. It's a bit because the paint QC's at the time. Calm Tommy head, angry Draken head. Sorry, Draken. And the cracked Red Ranger helmet when it was indicated that he killed Jason, but then it got retconned to no, he was just in prison for 10 years.
Oh, all right.
God, I love those retcons. So many retcons.
Retcons.
So it's releasing in December, and you can buy it for $55, I assume, US dollars.
Yeah, it's US dollars. Also comes with a morpher with the an open morpher accessory. The sad part is this was announced on Power Rangers Day, August 28th. Hasbro, of course, didn't announce shit. Yeah, it looks good. I might pick it up. But it's nice to know that they're expanding outwards into like the comic stuff. If they do the Omega Rangers, I will buy them. I will buy them.
All right, and our next news story. So we're getting a brand new toy line from Super Sentai called the DX Robo Universe, and the deal here is they are Megazords, mecha, that you can mix and match with each other, even across different shows. They all have the same.
They did that with the Power Rangers swords, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Sword Builder.
So basically, Sentai is doing their own version of Zord Builder. They all have the same underlying skeleton pieces, which, as Decker's pointing out, the same stuff that they're using for Bune Mach Robo. And then you have the Zords from different shows that go on top of them, and you can mix and match the Zords together to create your own unique crossover Megazords. And they're starting this toy line with Gokaio, Engino, and Tokyo.
I do like the Tokyo. I think the Tokyo looks really good.
They look fine, but after having a few days to think about it, Lindsay Ellis sums up best. Thanks, I hate it.
I hate it.
I would like to see them eventually do every Megazord, because that would make it more interesting. Because like just with a limited amount of options, it's not that interesting. But if we get every Megazord out here with this toy line, so you could come up with some crazy creations.
I feel like they're only going to do like Gal Ranger onwards from this.
Hard to say.
It's hard to say how far back we can go with this. It would be nice. You know what? This feels at home with like the 80s and 90s, or at least the 80s, because they're all like bricks already.
The interesting thing is, even though these are like way less detailed than the DX versions, even though they are meant to all be fully interactable and combinable with each other across shows, according to what we're seeing, the individual Zords can also like separate into their individual actual Zord modes in addition to combining with each other, which is an interesting thing to keep as part of the functionality.
You say that, but then we go to Go-Kaio, and there's no images of the alternate modes.
That's because those Zords barely existed outside of Go-Kaio. Although I think I did see an image of the other Zords like individual, but they're not great. But again, this is meant to be a very affordable toy line compared to the DXs.
I mean, if it gets the toy sales up, yay. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm sorry. Tokyo feels like it feels like
Tokyo is already one of the worst Megazords I've ever fucking seen. It's literally just 5 trains shit stacked.
That's your opinion.
You know what? For what Tokyo was back in the day, it was a cool concept how you could like link them all together and they formed the Zord. And they made attachments for the shoulders, of course. That was cool. This feels, and yeah, you know what, Zord Builder. This is Tokyo if it was adapted into Power Rangers.
Yeah,
this is what it would have been, a cheaper version of the Megazord.
You could say this is the Express version.
I just like it because it has like a bit more arm articulation, like it has elbows.
I personally I don't like Tokyo in the sense because it's like, wow, you somehow made it worse.
I think it looks more like sleeker, you know?
I just don't like how you can see the head just sticking out. Like at least with the original Tokyo, the head was like, sealed away, and when it formed up, it's like you open up the doors, bam, there it is. On this one, it is just straight up, you pop the head off, you form the Megazord, you pop the head on.
Again, they're meant to be affordable, so they can't have quite as much transformational functionality as the DXs.
This for someone.
The fact that they can turn into their individual Zords at all is impressive at this point.
Also, there's a tease at what everyone thinks might be Shinken-O or Oni Taijin in the background of these promo images. So there is more on the way.
Oh, I'm looking at the images of Go-Kaio. Yeah.
Go-Kaio looks like the Retro Fire toy line, if anyone remembers that.
No.
All right, so looking at these 3 releases individually, Engino is 5280 yen, releasing October 19th. Tokyo is same price, same day. And Go-Kaio is 5280 yen, releasing December 28th. So you only have, so the day this toy line comes out, you only have Engino and Tokyo, and kids will have to wait till December to have a third option.
Boo.
Again, if the point of these toys is interactivity, customizability, and affordability, you'd think they'd put out more than 2 on release. You know what I mean?
Especially 2 that are very similar. Like, they're both vehicles.
And not only 2 that are similar, but they're also, even within their own classes, very basic. Like, Engino is just 3 Zords, and Tokyo is just 5 lines of color.
Yeah.
Like among base Megazords, their designs are pretty basic.
Okay, you know what? Multi in our group chat in the Discord or in the YouTube version of this. Sorry for those that are only listening to this. He brings up should have done Zuo King.
I would love to see this toy line's version of Zuo King.
I would love to see them try to do Zuo King.
Articulate Zuo King? That'd be neat.
I'm trying not to freak out, but apparently there's a Gachapon store opening in Toronto.
Ooh,
oh, neat.
I need to check out.
Oh, it's
the
at Union Station. Union Station.
Oh, it's a Union Station? Oh, then super easy to get to. It's a 40-minute trip for me.
Nice.
I know exactly. I know exactly how to get there. I live right by a subway station.
Hell yeah.
Actually, Ataro in our Discord brings up a good point. If they are using the same skeleton as Bune Diesel, then technically we have a third.
Oh, that's true. But still, it's all vehicles.
Yeah.
Also, I just noticed on the box, on the side of the box, they're all numbered. At least for Engine O and Tokyo O. So Engine O is number 1, Tokyo O is number 2.
Yeah, so there are plans to do more for sure.
Well, the 50th anniversary is next year.
Yep.
Just saying. Probably gonna do something big that year. I hope.
So yeah, this is a neat idea. I like the concept. Just do more of it. I want to see other Megazords, and I can't wait to see people's creative combinations.
Magic King.
Yeah.
Hyperforce Zord.
Just put like Magic. I want to put like Magic King's wings and hat helmet on other Megazords.
You know what? If they do Gao King, I might get it just to say I have Gao King at home.
Gao King at home. All right. Next, we have from Gingaman from the Shokugan Modeling Project line, Bull Taurus and the Galaxy Decisive Battle Set.
Ooh.
So this is what we know as the Magna Defender. I forget what the Megazord was called in Lost Galaxy.
I think it was it's like the Bulls or like the Taurus, the Lost Galaxy Zord or something like that.
Yeah, this looks really good.
It looks good. I like that they include the armored version of the Magnum Defender.
Yeah, you can just have him in his Zord form, but not combined with the Bull, just like riding it, wielding the chains on him. It's really good.
God damn, it's a bulky boy.
Yeah, it's Bull's in the name.
Oh, it's cool that he can run. See, this is what I mean. We were talking, we just had the Robo Universe stuff. You know that could be for the kids. This is for like the adults.
I love the shot of him like about to combine with the Tauros because he's got his hands all together like.
Oh, I'm so scared.
I'm so nervous. Then of course we have the combined version. Very cool.
What's cool is that his arms do the cool rotation feature where if you rotate the piece where the arm is, the arm will slowly like pop out.
Oh, nice.
Like the original toy did.
He's got his swords, he's got his axe. Very cool. So yes, the Heavy Knight on its own stands 74 millimeters tall, has the bull swords, can ride the Go Taurus. When combined, the item is 166 millimeters tall. Yeah, as you mentioned, the spiral transformation system in the limbs, which was the selling point of the DX toy, remains intact. The set comes with the Lights of Ginga set, allowing you to transform either Gingayo or Victory Mars into their Super Armor Shine forms. This is the first time Victory Mars can transform into its Super Armor Shine form. It was impossible in the original DX toy release. That's neat.
Yeah, see, this is why I love these model kits so far. They've been going the extra mile with, hey, this can combine with something like this. This only happened once in the crossover. Let's make it happen.
They just look really good too.
And what's cool is that Where's the image of it? Yeah, I like on one side of the sword, it's the Gingaman logo. On the other side, it's the Go-Go 5 logo.
Yep.
That's neat. It looks so good. And I guess all we really need now for Gingaman is the other two Zords that they did. You know, the blue Zord and red Zord.
Oh, Centaurus and Stratoforce?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
So, I'm still waiting for those Super Gingaman toys.
All right. So this premium Bandai web exclusive, 8,800 yen, December release.
Woo.
Also from Shokugan Modeling Project, Fighting General Daimos from the Daimos anime series.
Oh, you look so fucking dope.
This is an anime, not a toku per se, but I thought this was interesting enough and slightly relevant to what we were just talking about, so I felt like including it.
So funny enough, Ichi, there actually is a connection to Daimos with something that we've talked about.
Oh?
So Daimos is the third and final installment in the Robot Romance trilogy. We've talked about the first two, Combattler V and Voltes 5.
That's why I kind of get that vibe.
Daimos sort of changed up the status quo by essentially it's not a Sentai. It's not a Sentai homage.
Okay.
It's just a solo guy with a solo robot. I think it's because Gundam. It's most likely because Gundam was starting to become a thing. Mm-hmm. So, hey, let's... we have Gundam at home, Toei.
I see.
Unless Daimos was also Sunrise, I'm not sure.
I'm scrolling through the images on this article, and the way it transforms is pretty interesting.
I love that. It's just a brick. It's a fucking brick that
pretty
opens
much.
up.
But yeah, all right. So this is the transforming mecha used to fight the invading. I don't know if that's BAM or BOM. The BAM Empire.
Bam.
The giant truck Tranzor transforms into a giant mecha after Kazuya drives his vehicle, the Triper 75S, towards the back of the moving truck. This release does not include the Triper.
Aww. 0 out of 10.
Stands 178 millimeters tall. Comes with the Soryuken extra faces. 8,100 yen, November release.
Oh, okay. So it came out in 1978. So this is a year prior to Gundam.
Okay.
Was also done by Sunrise, so.
Premium Bandai will also release a special version of SMP Daimos called Shokugan Modeling Project Fighting General Daimos Battle Turn Set, which has more accessories. The standard release only has the transformation without taking into account the proportions of the figure before-after transformation. This release comes with a larger cabin for the Tranzor to recreate its proper look before transformation, and a different backpack to accommodate Daimos' look after transformation. This is a fully painted set and doesn't use any stickers. It also comes with the double Blizzard and Fire Blizzard chest parts, as well as the hollow chest parts. The Sanryu Cone, which can be used in its standard staff form or section staff form. 2 5-shooters, the Triper, and the support fighter plane Galva FX-2. So this is like the big version if you really want everything Daimos.
Dude, go to the last image. That image just fucking slaps. You have Daimos with Combattler V and
there you go.
5 together.
The robot team is all together.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm looking at the tiny little car drives into the back. That's cute. So yes, if you want this version, Premium Bandai web exclusive, 11,990 yen, November release.
Probably not the moment. If I watch the show, that might change. I want to get something Voltes related. We might talk about some more Voltes later.
I cannot stop thinking about the freaking Gashapon store.
Valid.
I want to go there so bad.
Is it open?
Yes, it opens this weekend. I'm probably not going to go this weekend, but I'm going to go during the week at some point.
Well, let us know if you find anything interesting there.
All I can say is that the Gashapon store I went to in New Jersey had Kamen Rider Revice toys at it.
Nice.
Cool.
It also had those rubber keychains where I gave Gar Ryuki, and I got X8, and he's on my pink video game themed bag.
If you find anything
So,
Kamen Rider or Super Sentai or anything that we'd like, let us know, and maybe we'll have you.
yeah,
fix them up.
I 100% will let you guys know, and also ask if you want me to get you anything. And
Cool.
no, I will not require you to pay me back. I just want to get you guys stuff because you guys are always getting me stuff.
Just makes me think, if you find anything Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, or a third thing.
Yes. Well, one of the third things that New Jersey had was tiny little versions of Godzilla movie posters.
Tiny posters?
Let me just... Yeah, I'll show you. I have one, which
Sounds
I was
weirdly
extremely
adorable.
lucky to get. Like my favorite art, like Godzilla poster ever. Guess which one it is. Before I even post it, you'll.
One with
Godzilla
Mothra in
versus
it.
Mothra Battle for Earth.
Haha.
Ha! You were wrong, Gar.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty dope.
A Godzilla versus Mothra poster art on a tiny little. The other one we got was Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and Spectre has that one. But we were trying for Biolante because she loves Biolante.
Biolante.
Thankfully, I got her a Biolante figure. That was at Anime North. I got 2 random figures. It was Biolante and Gigan, and she loved both of them. And I was like, okay, you can have both. This has been me rambling for some reason. I'm sorry.
Quick aside. So your friend goes by Spectre. What are their thoughts on Kamen Rider Spectre?
They have no idea Kamen Rider Spectre exists. They know nothing about Toku whatsoever.
You should introduce them to Kamen Rider Spectre.
I really should. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's even spelled the same way with the RE.
I think the Kamen Rider Spectre is spelled ER.
Oh, is this Spectre spelled ER? Okay.
It is.
I have shown Spectre quite a few instances of me freaking out over Toku stuff, and their response is usually just cool. They did like the picture when Nijigon was introduced, and I posted like 30,000 Nijigon pictures. They seemed to like it.
All right. As much as I don't like bringing down energy, our last news story is unfortunately a sad one.
Oh, it's grief. I'm sorry.
It was announced that voice actress Atsuko Tanaka passed away at the age of 61.
Oh no, she was the voice of Hanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. That was such a fucking cool character. God damn.
Just to quickly put this in Toku perspective, she was the voice of Gorgon from Magi Ranger and Michelle Pang in Geki Ranger.
Oh, Michelle Pang! Oh, I loved the penguin, Sharky Chan,
names.
Bat Lee. I loved those.
Oh, what was Gory? It was Gory Chan, right?
Yeah, it was Sharky Chan.
No, Gory. It was Gory Lee or Gory something.
No, it was Bat Lee, Sharky Chan, Michelle Pang. I can't remember what the gorilla one was.
I can't remember either. Fucking no more puns.
She was also the voices of Motoko Kusanagi of Ghost in the Shell, Castor in Fate Stay Night, Bayonetta, Lisa and JoJo, Chun-Li in Chun-Li in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
How old was she?
61.
Oh, that's not even that old.
No.
Yeah. It was an unspecified illness.
Damn.
It was stated that she lived a serious, dignified, and a little playful life during the year that she was fighting the illness.
She was that character that Joseph Joestar was peeking through a door, like a keyhole, and he goes, "Nice." No, and then spoilers, you find out that he was freaking hitting on his mother the whole time.
Fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Okay, so she was one of the, like, I looked up, I'm like, who, like, Hades gods, like, what's that? And I realized, one of
the late game villains.
Yeah, she was one of the 10 villains at the end of Magi Ranger.
Oh, she looks cool.
It's Gorgon, moron. Yeah, the Hades gods in Magic Ranger were all real interesting.
Magic Ranger was just interesting.
First Sentai I ever finished. Alright, well, unfortunate, but she left behind a legacy that will be remembered by anime fans and toku fans alike.
Yup.
And that is the end of our news.
Woo, that was long news.
Yeah.
Time for the boom booms.
It's boom boom time?
Boom time.
Boom time.
Did you guys notice that Boon Boom was singing the fucking ending song as the episode was starting?
Yes, it was adorable as fuck.
So I guess that song.
Whenever the show acknowledges the song existence.
So yeah, we could already tell like this is starting like a new arc of Boonboomger, and it's off to an amazing start. It's already starting to cook. Like it's great.
So Taya's on another job from his mentor Naito, and Boon Boom is explaining to Sakito who Naito is, and at one point he's like, he's the man who taught Taya how to make his fortune. Step 1, have rich parents. Step 2, don't.
Step 3.
No. Step 1, have rich parents. Step 2, get rid of rich parents.
Got in my way.
Step 3, Batman.
Step 3, Batman.
This is my favorite This is my favorite version of Batman. Then,
right?
I gotta say, I'm actually surprised that we've been seeing this guy more than I was expecting. The first time we saw him, I thought we were gonna only see him that one time, and then he showed up again. And I was like, huh. And then I saw him this third time, and I'm like, okay, they're really utilizing the character a lot.
But with how this episode was teased at the end there.
Okay,
super sus.
We see Naito walking up. He was going over to the office of the chief that Saibu's talking to in this episode. They're in cahoots, and there's some sort of human government conspiracy going on, and I can't wait to find out what that's all about.
You want to quote Optimus Prime? There's more to them than meets the eye.
I ran out of capacity in my lungs to gasp.
I like that when Taya had the thing, had like the box,
the package.
They walk, the package. When he walks through the car, you hear him turn the motor on, and then the opening kicks in. I'm like, okay,
I actually made a note that was a really, really nice segue to the opening.
That was such a clever way on how to do the opening.
That was slick.
Another clever thing that I really enjoyed was they know that we love the three-seaters so much that we'll never ever see the Boonboomgers actually defeat them, so they made a dream sequence of the Boonboomgers defeating them.
They had a nightmare that they got Hisatsu. That was so funny.
Yeah. I love that. I love that they'll never actually destroy them because the three-seaters are just so fucking nice and awesome and they're harmless. So we're just like, you know what? We're just going to throw in, this is what it would look like if we defeated them.
If we did, it would look like this.
And
If they actually die, the fandom will riot and I will be on the front lines.
No, the three-seaters must be protected at all costs. But I love one of them was just like, I'm kind of starting to miss Cannonborg. And then, like, one of them just like, no one misses Cannonborg.
No one ever missed him. Let's forget him and never mention him again.
First, need to have a flashback about meeting Mad Rex. And
but Mad Rex, though.
Rex. Yeah, no, the show is even aware of how much we love Mad Rex.
Yeah.
I love that the show's very self-aware of what the audience likes. So,
I love that as they fade to the flashback, just memory.
Yeah, then they all start going palila, palila.
Yeah, that's adorable. That sucked. Let's do the super happy ending.
I will say the only thing that could have made ending that scene perfectly with them was if they did their like tail to nose. Like I would have loved that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. But anyways, like the three-seaters, we love you guys. You're the
so
best.
anyway, the focus of this episode is a fucking clip show because this is the week Gotchard ends. So Boonboomger's got to be low key this week.
Okay, so you said it was a start of a good arc, and then you're like, oh, but it's a cliff show. Or are they doing that thing where, like, at the end there's a big twist?
That.
Well, actually,
It wasn't really though.
It's like a pseudo clip episode where it's what's the best way to? It's sort of recap. It's
a recap. It's such a clip show recap episode that they reused the monster of the week, but made him shittier.
Yeah. So because they're influenced by Mad Rex, they go back to the exact same toilet that created the toilet groomer. Yeah, I think it was toilet groomer.
Toilet groomer? Ew.
Unfortunately, the category of monsters are called groomers, but I reject that and just refer.
It's not. No, it's not groomer. It's guruma. It's a pun on kuruma.
It is, yes. Technically, the word is guruma, but the way it's translated into English on the official website is groomer, apparently. So I just choose to the breed of monsters. I just refer to them as the kurumaju. So I just say the toilet maju.
So how about we go with Toilet Grover? Let's go with Grover instead.
I'm just gonna call them.
Now I'm just thinking of like Skibbity Toilet, but it's Grover the Muppet.
Oh no! I don't want to picture it.
But this toilet monster is a bit different, but also not different.
It was so funny.
He still has the ability to toss toilet water on you, and thus your honesty comes out on you.
He didn't have that.
No, that was a fake out. That was a fake out. They were like, "Don't get hit by the water. He'll make you confess your secrets." And then they all got sloshed, but everyone was still fine. It's like, the limited version can only plunge energy out. It doesn't do the honesty water anymore.
I think what it was because Mad Rex was the one who made the toilet monster the first time. So I think it was just because he had like more power, he had more influence into what the monster could do. So yeah, the toilet water was a fake out, so it was funny.
Yeah.
But I guess human beings have paper towel rolls inside of them.
That was so weird.
The only thing I could describe it as is what happened was like they plunged their core, and then it would just an empty toilet paper roll would come out like a cardboard roll, and then I could only describe it as it's like the relief you have after taking like a big shit. Like
I parsed that as it was sucking out their energy, and because the roll is the core of a roll of toilet paper, their cores of energy were represented as empty toilet paper rolls. Because
that's what I was thinking as well.
Like
their energy was sucked out, so they're just an empty roll.
They didn't get turned into rolls. It just like as it like pulled their energy out of them, empty toilet paper rolls just drop on the ground nearby.
Okay, was it me, or did they reverse the shot of the paper towel of the toilet paper rolls rolling back into the people?
They definitely reversed the shots of them getting back to their feet. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're practicing again.
I also love that we kind of got a imagination of what Taya would look like if he got the water thrown on him.
Yeah, because they were like, "Oh, Taya, make sure you don't get hit." But why? And it's just like,
but what if though?
Oh, right. Taya wasn't with them when they fought Toilet Monster last time.
That's why they had to explain to him.
I also love. I noticed this little attention to detail that Gemba literally stated out loud. He's just like, yeah, I don't want no part of that. Because he has a mysterious and unknown past. We can't know what his heart's
which we're about to get into. I'm excited.
No, I know this whole episode.
That's what it's leading up to.
They're really like showing up about like Gemba's past and how like we know nothing about him. And I'm just sitting like here, just going like rubbing my hands together, like, all right, we're on to something here. Let's keep going.
One thing that I thought was interesting was as Saibu was recapping all of the character profiles. For most of them, she mentioned titles that they've already explicitly said. Taya is the courier, the driver, or Taya is the courier. Blue is the informant. Black is the policeman. Orange is the procurer. And purple is the fixer. I don't know if they've ever explicitly described Mira as the driver before, so that was interesting to learn. Or maybe they did, and I'm just stupid.
No, you know what this episode did establish, though? Mira has cute little cards that say, yep, there they are.
Yep.
I have to go do
I'm Mira Possible. I can do anything.
She has a Boonboomger excuse card.
To get out of job
free card? No, man. Boonboomger card.
I was going to say get out of job free.
Yeah, I loved it too. That Joe was just like, he's like, I gotta go help people as a Boonboomger. Okay, bye.
It was so fucking funny because if you look at the other cop that he's standing with as Joe's running off, he has the absolute look of like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but okay.
Then again, Joe was just interviewing a dog.
He's canvassing people and it looked like he was talking to a dog.
There's a reason why he's out in the boondies. Boonboondies.
The Boonboondies.
The Boonboondies.
The Boonboondocks.
Also, we haven't yet talked about the most important thing in this entire fucking episode. The fact that Saibu somehow has a toy of Boonboomger Robo.
3D printers are a thing. She's probably looked over the footage of them using their weapons and probably just made 3D models and thus created her own little Boom Boom Robo toy.
It's not a Boom Boom Robo toy.
I would love
Boondario.
I would love for Boondario to see that and be like,
Can I have one?
You're appropriating my likeness.
I want one.
I need royalties.
Also, I always like when they do this because it's like heavy in Japanese Japanese media and stuff like that. I love when like she just keeps talking about him and it just cuts back to him and he just sneezes. He's like, "Someone's talking about me."
That's a cultural thing.
Yeah, that's that thing.
Someone's talking shit about me.
It's a cultural thing. The equivalent for us would be like, "Oh, my ears are burning."
Yeah, because in One Piece, that's like a thing where like
that's not as funny though.
When people talk about Chopper, like he just cuts to Chopper like sneezing, and he's like, "Who the fuck's talking about me?"
Yeah.
We are.
I am the boon that the Boomger refused.
Oh, also, I really love that Sakito and Bundi are just pulling like a Mr. Ratburn from Arthur, where they like walk in and it's like, "Oh, you guys don't really show up here. What's going on?" "Oh, no, we're just really hungry. We could sure go for some curry."
Well, yeah, they're hobos.
So Lane didn't properly explain the joke. Mr. Ratburn from the PBS kid show Arthur really loves cake.
Cake, yeah. Are you having cake?
Yeah, cake. Are you having cake? And he'll just follow the characters around to have cake.
I just wanted to talk about this recent teachers meeting that's coming up. Oh, are you guys having cake?
And then Mr. Ratburn ended up becoming gay, and everyone was okay with it.
Oh, 100%.
All according to Cake
He ended up
Kaku.
becoming gay.
And then it
The
was
cake make him gay?
I was thinking that too.
I love that, Mr. Ratburn was announced to be gay. Everyone that took away from that news is, wait, Arthur's still going?
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
It actually properly ended with like them growing up as adults. So I was like, oh my god.
And the show comes full circle back to the first episode. Fucking love it. Alrighty. Where were we going with this? Oh yeah, I looked up Saibu's boss, Mr.
Chief Tokoyari.
Tokoyari. He has not been in any other tokusatsu related.
He has that vibe though.
Actors. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, who are you? Old Red Ranger? Old Ranger? Old Ultraman actor that I can't tell? Is that you, Ultraman Leo? Is that you, Leo?
Old evil government agent.
Hey man, Toei Spider-Man ended up being the main villain in Next Generation Shider and Charivan, and no one batted an eye about that. Just saying, you gotta watch out for those old guys. They're evil. Or they come back as evil.
That makes you old and evil.
One thing I noticed in
this...
this...
the old saying, you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
True. One thing I noticed in this episode is, so like... Violet and then Red and Blue, when they henshined, it was done like they cut away as they were henshining. So I'm like, all right, they're just keeping the episode low key and low budget because of Gotchard. And then Pink, Black, and Orange henshined and they show the full sequence. And I'm like, all right, just fuck consistency.
Okay.
We got a 6-part roll.
Time for this, except we do.
We got the full 6-part roll call this week, which is nice to see.
Yeah, so it wasn't changed. I guess this feels like a perfect time to do like a proper roll call without the power-ups, without the goofy suits. It's a non-Zenkaiger roll call.
Speaking of the goofy power-up suits, it was actually genuinely hilarious how Taya pulled out 119 just because the suit is apparently waterproof to block the toilet attack.
Yep.
Those poor suit actors. All right, what are we doing today? They see the toilet. What's the toilet monster doing here? Oh, we're splashing it with water.
Oh, like immediate PTSD to him when he saw it was fucking hilarious.
Yep.
Oh
I still say to this day, episode, what was it? Episode 7 of Boonboomger that had toilet monster.
It was 6.
It was 6. That is still like one of the best episodes of this show.
Oh yeah, no, 5 and 6 are fucking peak episodes for me.
And then they do the cannon position again when they go giant.
The full throttle edition.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be a one-time thing, but I guess you know what, we got the CGI model, might as well use it.
Again, I'm so tempted to like buy all the rest of the Boonboomger like cars and stuff so I can recreate that.
Lane, don't do it.
You're falling for the marketing.
I know.
You got police. That's all you need.
No, I know.
I'm waiting for a premium Bandai Boondario Boon Boon Robo where it comes with better articulation. And if it doesn't, then I will go buy a Boon Boon Robo to make Boon Boon Monster.
Hell yeah.
They defeat the monster. We see they deliver the package to the science lab, and then we see Naito walking to see the ISA chief. So I'm looking forward to, as I said before, I'm looking forward to seeing what that's all about. And then out of nowhere, holding the package that Taya just delivered, we meet our new villain, our new chief, our new general, Disrace.
That's such a good name.
And Genba knows him and is angry seeing him.
Oh, the fucking thought of him running at him with the fucking axe and just like leaping towards him about to fucking hit. I was like, holy shit. I couldn't believe it. It was so cool. I'm stoked to find out what's going on with these two.
We are finally getting into what I knew we'd be seeing when the show was first announced. I knew Genba was going to be the most interesting one. He's got some shit in his closet, and we're going to find out what it is soon.
We're going to the closet, and we don't know what's in store.
Also, because I love in the preview, apparently he decides to like leave the Boonboomgers, and I'm just like, ooh.
Well, the third lap poster did show him, you know, standing against the Boonboomgers.
Yeah. I hope we get like a Hibits Kai metal kind of situation where he just gets like a new form.
Probably not.
Oh, that'd be sick.
We don't have the money. We spent all the budget on Disgrace, and now I have great. Someone put Disgrace in the chat, and I hear Disgrace, and now I'm just. You guys know where this is going. Evil as plain as the scar on his face.
I would have said the tire on his face, but yeah.
Disgrace.
Oh my goodness. Evil as plain as the tire on his face.
I'll always defend, like, on my hill, that Lion King 2 Simba's Pride is better than the first Lion King.
Okay, I was gonna say
go die on that hill.
I was gonna say Lion King 2 is good, but calling it better than the original, now you're a fucking heretic.
The opening, I literally think He Lives in You is a better opening song than Circle of Life.
Okay, I love He Lives in You as a song too. It might just be because it might just be because it reminds me of King Turbo. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, but I just love the shot where it's just like, it is a girl. Oh, girl, oi, bang, title.
you lost your privileges of talking about the Gotchard finale.
Oh.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah, no.
I like Lion King 1.5. There, I said it.
I didn't realize that was actually a Lion King version of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
I'm gonna watch Lion Guard, the one everyone hates.
No, I'm not kidding. It really is.
Shall we run for our lives? Oh, very much.
As silly as 1.5 is, and I'm not a big fan of the like comedic retcon stuff. I like the original songs in it.
Yeah. Plus, Timon's mom being Marge Simpson was a nice choice.
I also like that there was a Mystery Science Theater reference.
Yeah. So anyway, the Boonboomger episode was real good, and I'm very excited of what we're about to have. in the next few episodes.
This third arc that we're getting into, it's already fucking cooking, and I look forward to seeing where this is going.
Dude, this show fucking blue balled me so hard. I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, fuck.
Nobody gets you the way I do.
It was essentially that. I got Kafka'd.
You got Hibi no Kafka.
I got Hibi no Kafka. Nobody got you.
That's all I remember. That's all I remember from Kaiju number 8 is just the
end of episode 11.
Her yelling out, Hibi no Kafka.
All right, well,
losing its Optimus.
All right, let's unlock Decker because we're gonna since Decker is such the biggest Gotchard lover in our entire Toku community, we are going to give him the honor of joining us for the Gotchard finale / Gotchard discussion. So,
all right,
he's our resident Gotchard boy.
Should be unmuted now.
Hi, Decker. Let us Gachanko one more time.
Gachanko!
You there?
Decker?
Yeah, I don't hear him.
I don't hear him either.
He hasn't said anything yet.
Oh,
all right. Well, while we're setting up, so yes, the Gotchard finale, episode 50.
Okay, I need to say one thing first. So they did it. They gave us the Beverly song one more time.
Oh yeah, Rising Fighter.
I started hearing it start up, and I'm just like, I did like the Chris Pratt like Andy face reaction face. I was like, oh, the Beverly song's back.
You mean the best song in the show? Fuck yeah!
Yes, of course.
I know exactly the face you're talking about because I have a meme with it.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
I'll find it.
Oh, there's Decker.
Thank you so much for that Nijigon picture. It absolutely, I love it so much.
Oh yes, Decker. We were just saying you're our biggest resident Gotchard expert, so we like to give you the honor of joining us for the finale and for the discussion overall of the show.
Thanks. Also, I'm about to say, what is it? Oh yeah, Emily. I had to actually go through my room to find a piece of paper to write that message. So it's
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to send you on a I thought you were just gonna write hi or something, and I'm just I'm sorry. I wrecked it.
Well, in case for like the Rising Fighter song for me, it was just because like we kept hearing it so much in like early Gotchard, and I just really loved it. Plus, it's Beverly. Like Beverly never does any wrong.
Regardless of my opinion of the rest of Gotchard, that song is an unmitigated banger.
Yeah, no, it's so good. And then they just stopped using it for like the rest of the show, and I was just like, put the Beverly song
because it wasn't on the other soundtracks.
So anyways, so the Gotchard finale, I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
I was enjoying it for the most part, and then something happens near the end that just made me break down laughing, and I'm like, fuck this whole show.
Was it Hotaro alchemizing literally an entire fucking planet?
No, it was how the public dealt with the existence of chemis at the end.
Let's forget about everything.
They eventually forgot, and it went back to being urban legends because adults don't remember magical stuff?
Is this commentary on the internet in general? How every time there's big news, it's forgotten in a week?
Well, to be fair, it did only happen in the small town area that they were in.
But there was broadcast on TV and the internet.
There's a lot of things that get broadcast. The Olympics were 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember what the fuck happened.
Sports happened.
Guy from Turkey won a silver medal for doing like the ranged pistol thing. I mean, he didn't have any equipment for it. He just,
you know what? Yeah. Sorry, Cell brings it up. They Transformer 2 it. We're just not going to acknowledge that giant robots were beating the shit out of each other with the government.
But I
that
just
can also transform into ordinary human things.
The way they excuse this is with the line, people forget things they don't want to think about. And I'm like, oh, I hate how true that is.
All I could think exactly was like I used to think like with Mary Poppins and how they were like, how did they not remember all that stuff actually happened? And then it's like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Oh, that's me all the time. Like my brain chooses to remember what it wants, what it cares to remember. If someone like explains something to me, and sometimes I'll just go, and then I'll just completely forget it.
The entire fucking planet was turned to solid gold for 10 minutes!
Which I can finally make this joke. Gold! Everything's a solid gold!
I think that the gold stuff actually was, like, erased when the New World was made. But the chemis, there's no justification.
Okay, we got a lot to get through in just the episode alone, so we need to take this as in chronological order it happens. So the first fucking thing that happens is by far the stupidest because Minato being turned into gold was so terribly animated.
He eventually got like the fucking like I saw him trying to say his final thing to Hotaru, and like he ended up having like one of those like angry, annoying orange edited mouths.
Yes. Oh my god.
You have to stop believing this. I just saw the editing on it. I'm like, oh, guys.
Fucking god, it was so bad.
So bad.
Hey, Hotaru. Hey, Hotaru.
Hotaru, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, Hotaru.
Hey, Hotaru. What? Stay golden.
I'll put it in the fucking thumbnail.
All I could think also when they were splatting the gold on the wall was just, oh my god, it's Splatoon!
I was thinking the same
I can't fucking believe that not only was Garion's endgame objective turning the world to gold, but he did it in the stupidest fucking way possible by spawning an army of dread troopers, spitting them out of his giant floating gold cube palace like the swarm of locusts, and having them run around with fucking golden paint guns.
Yeah, it's basically like the equivalent of him being like, I'm gonna turn the whole world gold, and he shakes a gold Sharpie and gives it to you. Start using it!
His evil master plan was a terrible game of paintball.
Yes, Sal, the King of Thieves did do it better.
I'll get more into it later.
Okay, I just want to bring up this one thing for me because like this was the biggest thing for me was God Clotho, I think, is one of the worst Kamen Riders of all time. She went full dread type 3 against Gurion, didn't get a single fucking hit on him, and dummied her in one shot.
She pulled out of her ass replicami cards of every level 10 chemi. Gurion just stood there and let her scan all of the cards, and then he proceeded to grab her leg and completely stop her attack and down her with no effort.
So pathetic. Like, I'm sorry, but Clotho is like just a pointless character.
Kamen Rider Dread, the power set, is the worst handled thing about this entire fucking show. And that's a tall order.
I mean, you also have to think of it from her perspective, though, that, you know, she did just lose her two sisters. Not thinking straight, just going in, like, you know, guns a-blazing, in a sense.
Sal, give me dread, I'll use it well. Yes, you would.
I'm not faulting her motivation or her choices. It's just from an outside looking in narrative standpoint, having her be the final user of Kamen Rider Dread seems like we had no idea where else to put this.
Oh, like Minato was the coolest person to use it.
I have something down. I'll say more about this later, but I think Sabimaru should have ended up as Dread.
Yes, Vegas, that's it. Clotho did her best. That's all she did.
Clotho just got a bad hand. Clotho just got a raw fucking deal the whole show.
You also got to take in, Bjorn literally has the power of all the Dark Kings, so literally no one can stop him. Not even Dread.
He has the Philosopher's Stone. He is literally on a whole nother level. It's why he didn't even transform to fight her, because it's like, I don't even need to.
That was the other thing. Was like he wasn't even, he was like
slap in the face.
Yeah.
It's the whole Emperor Mavro thing. You guys are so pathetic. I don't even need to stand up to fight you.
And then like as she's like dying in like Hotaro's arms, she's like, "'Cause I met you, I finally figured out what I really wanted. I just wanted the power to protect my sisters."
I love how she has this like heartfelt speech that she says at him as if they were two characters who had a constant and developed relationship. Remember that one time where we had a chat about you having a reason to live? I guess that means we're friends who you should tell your dying words to.
Well, no, hang on a second. To her, like to Clotho, Hotaro is important to her because think about the very first episode when she turned into the what was it, Kamacuras amalgam?
Camantis.
Camantis amalgam.
Yeah, Camantis amalgam. And like Hotaro, a normal human being who had nothing to do with alchemy, was able to beat her. That would be some life altering, like mind boggles right there. So
and if they'd made reference to that and pointed that out as the starting point of their connection, and had it been an ongoing and consistent and developing, for lack of a better term, relationship, then maybe that payoff would have been more significant. They had maybe 2 conversations most over the course of the show.
Anyways, I just didn't like Clotho.
I love that Sabimaru and Renge have their fucking American gladiators looking bazooka weapons.
Where the fuck did those come from?
Freeze!
And that's actually like kind of foreshadowing because remember 5 episodes ago they were like when Rine and Renge were like frozen in place in their classroom.
Yeah, so they developed that freezing technology. Wow.
God damn it.
Yep. Mr. Gold. You know what? It's okay, Cell, because we're gonna get probably 3 more B cinemas from Gotchard, so you'll see her again.
I will say so when Gotchard, Majade, and Valvarat did their triple final henshin in the early half of this episode, that was very cool. I thought that was nice.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know what? The
I have to say they did very good synchronized transformations in Gotchard.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
The scene with Hotaro and his mother.
Oh yeah,
that was lovely. That was very lovely.
That was lovely. Just, Mom, I'm a Kamen Rider. Yeah, I knew.
I've always known.
And what's interesting is you think she's gonna give him shit and go oh, I don't want you going out there, you're gonna die, but then she's just no, this is what you got to do and you have to do it.
Unfortunately, you're a protagonist.
Well, no. She's teaching him a very valuable lesson here, where you start. It is the phrase: "You made your bed, now lay in it." You are a Kamen Rider.
I mean,
Go protect them.
As much as yes, that's true.
A Kamen Rider.
During that same conversation, Hotaro mentions this was something he was forced to do at the start.
Yeah. He was just a normal high school student before he became a Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
oh man, his grades are probably plummeting so fucking hard.
I did like that he mentioned that when he first started this, he was yeah, it was kind of just forced onto me.
That's literally what we just said 2 sentences ago.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just saying it again from my point of view.
Okay, then
yeah.
So Garion, because we're not done using the suits, I guess, Garion beams out puppet clone versions of the Hades Kings just so everyone has someone to fight.
Yeah, oh boy, that's true.
And
we didn't have any actual monster suits to use, so beer.
And also one last quick thing with the other scenes, she's holding up a picture of her and Hotaro and his dad, and it's just oh, he's so much like you. Still don't get to see him.
And they still don't reveal his face. What's the point?
But there's one meme I like.
Yes, I want to be Kaito.
Kaito.
At this point, I care so little that if that happened, I would just sit back and accept it.
Oh, your dad was a true hero.
No, it's Momoitaro.
Oh my fucking god, that'd be so good. Imagine just the finale, like they're all down on their luck, like Garon's about to take over. You just fucking hear Matsuri, no! Just fucking
no, I've got it. His dad is Rine's dad, and they've secretly been step siblings all along.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Gotcha.
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 God damn it, Seven.
I feel like they're saving it for a movie or something, but I don't know why they. All they did was make it a mystery, but with no point. Like, it's not like it was a big. It would have been a big twist to just show a guy.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, but
personally,
it's not
I don't see it as a mystery.
It's not important to the story.
Then why do it at all?
Because we don't want. Why pay an actor? Why pay an actor when he's just going to be in a photo? There's going to be no pay. Leaving it different, like, you know,
ambiguous.
With no face. Yeah, leaving it ambiguous is more than having a face there.
I would just love if they.
So it was done for cost cutting.
Yes.
Even if they reveal who. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, if they do a V Cinema movie and Hotaro's dad just shows up as a villain.
You know what would have been even?
It wouldn't be the first time.
You know what would have been even cheaper than that? Not mentioning his dad at all, and just having it not be addressed.
No. They'll do the same shit they did with Blades' dad. Just Blades' dad will show up.
Show up as a villain.
Evil Rider, son, and he's like, "Fuck you, dad."
Oh man. Oh, his dad needs to show up and be Kamen Rider Gotcha and he's where Hotaro got the word gotcha from.
Fuck.
Oh no, but now I just see it's a repainted like Gotchard Daybreak, but like I don't know, gold or something.
No, but like instead of like fire and sun, he'll be like the moon version.
Black and gold. Black and gold.
Yeah.
Black and gold.
Yeah, speaking of black and gold riders, fucking Fuga, Kamen Rider Win shows up in time to help Majade and do literally nothing else of importance.
No.
Yeah, he just sort of is like, hi, evil, I'm dead.
No, guys.
Hey,
we'll get Cross Gotchard and then Doom's Gotchard.
Oh god.
I'm sorry to go back to the dad thing, but I just thought of something. What if the twist is that Hotaro, because of all the weird time travel stuff, is somehow his own dad?
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, that'd just be gross. I'm sorry. That'd just be gross.
They pulled.
Yeah, but maybe not like biologically, like in a normal way. Maybe alchemically, like in order for me to exist, I have to put in order for me to exist, I have to put this homunculus fetus inside my future mother, or something like that.
That might be worse.
Tell me that that's not something you can imagine being
then
what
again,
happened.
if Futurama can pull it off.
Yeah, but in Futurama, he actually...
They did it for laughs.
With Fry being his own grandfather.
Yeah, but that was because he actually had a intercourse with his grandma. I'm talking about it would be done in some kind of weird, like, immaculate conception midichlorian way.
I mean,
so we turned Hotaro into Jesus.
Listen, it's
no,
already
wait,
enough.
We just had that last season. Never mind.
Yeah,
exactly. I forgot. We already had
Jesus.
Geets is already covered under Jesus.
God damn it!
What is Gav gonna be fucking snack Jesus next season?
I mean,
his final form will be communion wafers.
I was just thinking that
communion wafer and red wine.
The moment you said snack Jesus, I immediately just thought of communion wafers.
just communion.
But that's not. Here's the thing.
Communion wafer.
That's not snack Jesus. That is Jesus snack. There's a difference.
No, just communion wafer. Jesus!
Pray to me! Pray to me! Pray to me!
Pray to me! Pray to me! Is Kamen Rider G the blood of Christ? Oh, 100%.
Fuck yeah!
Now I'm sorry. Now I'm just thinking of Robin Williams. Just I'm pregnant. Oh, Holy Mother of God! You're right. Oh, Jesus Christ! What a great name, Joe. That's so much better than Shmuel. Way to go!
So Hotaro like tries to fight Garyon in like all of his forms, and then
just real quick before we get to that, I want to highlight the one scene. So Gotchard gets up to the floating cube fortress by way of spawning like a magical path and then drives his gold dash up it. And my brain just immediately remembered the shot from Saber of Toma running up the rainbow path to Luna.
Oh, yeah, but at least this was betterly executed than that one.
And yes, the shot that the shot that Decker shared of like the versus
green screen.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. At least it's not a bad green screen effect.
Yeah. And
now, to be fair, that green screen was done during the pandemic where there were more like less hands on board.
It wasn't the pandemic's fault that Toma runs stupidly.
It kind of is. Like I said, less people on set helping.
Oh yeah, and I know. Okay, and I was about to say, I actually spent this entire week rewatching Gotchard for the 4th time for the finale.
No.
So I did. Yeah. Oh yes, I did.
Oh God.
Well, yeah. That is how much I love the show, and I actually keep count like how many wins and how many appearances of like some stuff. So in this final episode, it's the 6th time Gold Dash was used to be written.
Nice. Yeah.
So Gold Dash only appeared for the total of 6 times.
It beats Ghost's use of the Ghost Striker 3 times, and I think he might have used Spectre's bike 2 times, if I remember.
Sogo and Zio only used his bike twice.
God damn.
This screenshot you shared of like Gotchard and Eld's like versus henshin, I really like that shot. It also really highlights how thick as fuck the Eld suit is.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't like the chest piece, because it's so protruding. I don't like it.
I mean,
it's a retool, so what can you do?
Thinking of the suit design objectively, I don't like it a lot. But if you keep in mind that it is the final evil boss form suit, I think it kind of achieves what it's going for. Like, think about every final boss in every JRPG you've ever played. They are always gigantic and weird and alien and bombastic and way too extra, so it kind of fits the idea.
Like, all overpowerful.
Yeah, even though it's only here for an episode and a half.
Yeah, like one of the great example, and like I've never played this game, but I've seen it. It was Rogue Galaxy's final boss, the Mothership. I fucking love that.
Oh yeah,
such a genius.
I love that game. Yeah. So we get the final battle starting to happen, and then Hotaru just starts cycling through all of his forms as everything he throws at Garion gets splatooned to gold.
Get to see
really was Splatoony.
Sorry, what was that, Deck?
We get to see the mech form.
Yeah, we got to see it was Nijigan first, then we saw UFO X, we saw Bat King Robo, we saw Needlehawk, one of my favorite forms. And then I love that when he switches to Platinum, Garion's like, "That's not gold enough!"
That was great.
It's Platinum!
He said something about Platinum is inferior to gold. I'm like, but apparently, like, Platinum is more valuable than gold.
That's the joke. That's why that line was funny.
That's how much of a gold freak Gurion is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just into gold in a gold member type way.
He would be the type of person to go like make a Minecraft server, make everything gold, has all gold armor.
I'm just imagining Hotaru like telling him, "You should have just done this in Minecraft," and he's just like, "I didn't know Minecraft."
Oh.
Now I'm imagining Gurion on his computer playing Minecraft now.
Who loves gold more, Gurion or gold member? Definitely gold member.
I was gonna say, instead of gold finger or gold member, Garion is gold driver.
Yay, gold driver!
He's the man with the golden belt.
Gold driver.
I mean, the way that he described gold though in the episode, everlasting, always like pure, like it cannot necessarily be broken down forever in a state of forever in like a permanent state, and it's like
as we talked about last week, everything he said is wildly untrue.
Isn't that like one of the things about me though, is with like making gold?
Yeah, that's the original.
The original, was to turn gold things into gold because it was rare and not eternal and valuable.
But, and knowing that Gurion is a doll, I think the reason why he's so obsessed with gold is because he's obsessed with the original rule of alchemy.
I think he's
because let's remember that he was originally created as just a puppet of the Hades kings, the gods of alchemy.
Yeah.
But so good.
So anyway, everyone got pissed by gold.
Yeah, everyone got golden showered.
Everyone gets turned to gold. Even after all of his attacks, Hotaru ends up getting encased in gold.
Yeah, I love the Dread Troopers turn super fucking huge and then just start spraying gold everywhere. And then
I don't know why he didn't just start with the giant ones instead of doing the small ones first.
Because where's the fun in that?
Efficiency!
So of course Hotaru, with the magic of protagonist fucking willpower, he just...
Yeah, I even wrote in my notes that he breaks out of it using his main character powers because there's literally no reason he should have been able to do that.
Here's the thing. The
power of friendship.
This is one of the weak parts of the episode. That was resolved fucking immediately. Him being trapped in gold and then getting out of it right away, and then he claims it was because I'm supported by my friends.
But
if that's the case,
friends were already frozen.
If that's the case, there should have been some sort of climactic motivational speech or something something to show his friends supporting him and him getting their power and using that to break out. But no,
his dad
he just
should have showed up.
That would have been cool too if his dad just came out of nowhere and goes, "You've got one more person supporting you." You know what I mean?
But Lane, everyone got turned to gold.
Like straight up, Grayon won.
Yeah. Garen was about to win, and then Hotaru immediately, for no reason, goes friendship and breaks free.
Yeah, but I will say I like that this was kind of a badass thing Hotaru did. So because he's become such a master of alchemy, he literally uses alchemy to make the Daybreak Gotchard driver.
His driver gets damaged, and then he re-alchemizes it into the Daybreak driver.
There's actually correction. The official website actually named it Hotaru version, not Daybreak version for this creation. Because Hotaru made it by himself with alchemy.
I guess.
Oh, so usually I do hate this trope that Reyes does, where the final episode they use a version of the base form, but I kind of also liked how they utilized this in the show in this final episode, because it was him using Steam Hopper, but with a belt that he created. So I think that's kind of cool.
So we get Steam Hopper Ultima, and this would have been a really nice time to do the henshin sequence like they did at the start of the show, but no.
Oh yeah,
they do the goggles part, but not all of it.
The goggles part.
Yeah.
Cool.
You just want to see a transformation sequence, do you?
Ichi's a fucking.
It's what I'm here for.
It's the final episode, though. It would have ruined. It would have
been a nice way to bookend the series.
It disrupts the flow.
I disagree. It would have been a really nice way to bookend, because they were all over the place at the start of the show. If this is gonna be the final form, which is just a gratuitous reskin of the base form, at least do what the base form did and give us a henshin sequence. They could have literally just reused the exact same footage. I wouldn't have even cared that the driver is a couple of shades different in color. No, I'm lying. I would have pointed that out. But I would have preferred it to what we got.
Oh my god.
So you definitely would have pointed it out.
Yeah.
I will say there is a really, really good shot where we see the Steam Hopper Ultima in front of all the chemis, and I gotta say that makes a good wallpaper.
Yeah.
In fact,
that's a sick ass shot.
Dan, how do you know? I literally have it as a wallpaper.
Yeah, of course you do.
That'll probably be the thumbnail too.
That was pretty cool. And then this is when the Beverly song fucking starts, and I'm like, oh, the Beverly song.
So funny enough, I wanted to bring this up earlier, but thanks for bringing it back up. Before I went to work this morning, I took an extra long route to go get myself breakfast, and I thought, you know what? We're talking about Gotchard tonight. I'm gonna listen to all the major songs from Gotchard. Funny enough, weirdly enough, Majay doesn't have a character song, or at least I couldn't find it.
I don't know.
I don't know, but even Spanner, Spanner.
Yeah, Spanner has Blaze Up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's a song with Kyoka, so it's technically not really a character song for him. It's both.
Maybe for the visa. Maybe the actors can't sing. Who knows?
I mean, no. There's a song where there's a song called I forgot the name, but it has Hotaro, Rine, Ringe, and Sabimaru all singing together. So clearly, she can sing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah. So
also the summer movie song, pretty good. I really like it.
Oh, what's the song called again? I forgot.
It was like the Daybreak
All for Love?
Or something. Yeah.
Daybreak.
No,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Daybreak. No, All for Love was the Geats and Gotchard.
Yeah.
So
and it's the one for the Gotchard movie.
So Steam Hopper Ultima shows up. It does an alchemy spell and completely undoes the goldification of the planet. And I swear to God, I had to go back and rewind the footage and rewatch this part of the episode maybe 3 or 4 times to fully comprehend what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
This motherfucker takes all of the gold and all of the chemies and creates a second planet Earth and puts them all there.
Yep.
I didn't entirely understand what was going on until they brought up, like, oh, this is the new world, and I was like, wait, he made a new planet?
Yeah,
because fuck the gravity and physics of the galaxy. We're just making a second Earth up in this bitch.
Sento is fucking raging in his world.
Technically, with all the gold on the planet and all the dread troopers, which are probably made of other, which are also probably made of other metals, it allowed him to create a new core, thus accelerating the time speed with the alchemy to create another planet.
I'm not talking about the mechanics of creating the planet itself. I'm talking about the fact that it upsets the balance of the rotation of the planets and the physics, space.
Yeah. But no, I'm just trying to say, scientifically, it is possible.
All right, I'm not actually a scientist, so it just feels like it shouldn't work.
So,
scientifically, it is possible. The gravity on our planet should be should be out of whack, but I guess the planet is far enough away. It's just it doesn't show it properly how far away it is.
Should we call this Earth 2?
I can't believe that after this whole series where Hotaro was like, I'm gonna make it so that the chemies can coexist amongst humanity. And what does he do? He creates an entire planet to be the zoo for the chemies. An entire separate planet.
Wait a minute. So it's not a rebooted Earth. There are 2 Earths now?
There are 2 separate Earths. One where the chemies live, completely separated from society. What was all that about chemies coexisting in humanity? You put them on a separate fucking planet.
Okay, I legitimately do not understand at the end because I was thinking
go to this new Earth.
Yeah, but they don't remember chemies exist, because that's why I was so confused, because I was thinking, like, oh, chemies, they don't remember they exist, then he walks outside, oh, chemies, look! But no, they're separate planets!
I just wanted so badly for just them to, like, project a giant fucking Minato just doing a fucking mind wipe, just like, nope, I'm done.
Did we talk about it already? The fact that the way we the episode, oh my god, I can't remember if we was talking about this during the recording or if this was before, but just like, so after the big fucking public kerfuffle of the Kemi's existence being revealed, we just hand wave it all away by saying, oh, humanity forgot because they didn't want to think about it. And Kemi's and the existence of alchemy and Kemi's descended back into urban myth status, and people just went, hey, wasn't that a thing that happened?
No, but then there was
not really, because there were new people going to alchemy. Yeah,
they're going to alchemy.
Clearly, there's people. Okay.
Cool. Those 5 new students at the Alchemy Academy validate the existence of Chemis. Awesome. That really justifies the rest of the world pulling an internet and going, hey, that's an important news story. A week later, what the fuck happened? I forgot. It feels like it's a slap. It feels like it's a tongue-in-cheek commentary on the fact that whenever there's a big news story on the internet, it is completely forgotten and moved on in a week. And I hate how accurate it is.
Also, we literally just saw how the people react to the Kemi situation. So, what else Hotaru's going to do except put them in a safe space for now?
Yeah, because we've already established that the humans are assholes.
Yes, which is true, which everyone knew the entire time, but Hotaru refused to acknowledge.
Well, no, it's not that he didn't acknowledge it. He knows the people are terrible. So at least
not
here,
everyone
the
is terrible,
free and not just in the cards.
All right, anyone who's not an asshole, you get a ticket to our zoo planet where the Chemis are living now.
Yeah, maybe that's
the
thing. Maybe
they're not calling it a zoo. It's not a zoo. They have their own planet to roam around on.
Yeah, so maybe they're just gonna let the Chemis live on this planet, and then eventually they'll be like, "Oh, we'll open this to the humans if they want to go stay with the Chemis."
But now I do have a question: Can the Chemis reproduce?
I don't think so. I think they're like.
Because that would mean that this planet is occupied by 101 monsters. And just those numbers.
And more to see.
More to see.
Be a common
do the Pokemon with me.
Oh my god, we created the Pokemon world!
That's how it happened. That's why there are no animals. That's why there are no animals there.
Kemi world Gotchard. I wanna be the greatest Kemi of them all.
Kemi of them all.
Oh my god.
Gotchard Gen 2 wins.
Gotchard Johto.
So anyways, Gotchard kicks
Everybody wants to be an alchemist.
He sees him with all the Chemis, and then Gurion's like, oh my god, a real Kemi story.
And then he turns into rocks or coal or something.
Apparently, now that you've Ryder kicked my ass into submission, I accept your way of thinking, and now I am dust. Blah.
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 And
God damn, man.
To be fair, he was just flung across fucking space to another planet.
Yeah.
And he is still flabbergasted by the fact that a mere child took him out.
A child?
By a fucking
What's
idiot.
worse than
literally every Kemi in existence powered up his Ryder kick.
That's pretty good. That's pretty powerful.
Oh yeah, and now each of the Kemi has a piece of the Philosopher's Stone.
I guess.
Which I guess that makes them demigods then, right?
Because Nijigon has one piece. Urion made a one replacement piece of El Dragon.
They've all got a shard of the Shikon Jewel.
Wait, Nijigon has the One Piece?
Oh
man.
Shut up, Lane. Shut up.
Can't finish One Piece.
Dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy. Dreaming, don't give it up.
Dreaming, don't give it up, Hotaru.
No, I mean, Dreaming. The worst part is I kind of like that song, even though it's terrible.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I like it.
Seven brings up the fact. So now there's 101 Philosopher's Stones. Not necessarily. I would say there's still one Philosopher's Stone, just shattered into 101 fragments.
Like I said, it's the Shikon Jewel.
Yeah, it is fragments.
So then what I wasn't expecting afterwards was Hotaru...
You see Legend's feet!
Yeah, talking to Kaguya, So
Months later.
I guess the fucking Legend Kamen Riser is also a phone.
That was new.
Yeah, because remember when the last episode where Kaguya visit Hotaro's world, they both exchanged contacts, and he was holding the Legend Kamen Riser.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we got to see Kaguya again, so that was nice. I'm glad they still established Legends a thing, so yay. Also, we get a quick cameo from, like, I think Hopper 1's VA, so that was cute.
Okay, so yeah, so in the restaurant, you had the band Flow, and
I knew those had to be somebody,
and the other band members were back on who did the opening.
Yeah.
They were back on the show.
I want to say the other dude in there was the suit actor for Gotchard.
Oh, that is the composer for the music for Gotchard.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have a feeling I knew it wasn't Hasegawa.
No, because if you look at
older.
Yeah, because if you look at what he's holding music notes.
Okay. Okay, that was cute. And then when Hotaro was leaving, you had Hopper 1's VA come into the restaurant. It's cute. It's like, hey, I like that guy. He's pretty cool. It's like, do you get it? Do you get it?
You get it? You get it? It's Hopper 1.
And then you remember she used to go,
Taro brings up an interesting point. They mentioned, I'm surprised they didn't try to reform L Dragon. So I guess that means they technically killed Akemi.
Yeah, I hate cheap knockoffs.
It is.
We get the funniest fucking joke in the entire episode. I fucking died. It was just like Sabimaru brings Kajiki over to the other planet, and it's like, oh, Minato Sensei, is it okay if we bring Kajiki with us on this expedition?
Oh,
and you just see Minato put his finger up, making a joke about mind wiping him, and I just went, "You fucking dick!"
I love it. Like,
mind wipe. Want to see me do it again?
The idea behind bringing Kajiki to Kemi Earth was like, we're here to see if humans can live on the new Earth, and I'm like, are you guys just gonna leave him here?
I just think of that shot from that NSP music video where like Dan like flies, jumps into space without a spacesuit.
I'm just thinking of it, just like, hey, Hotaro, what are you doing here, man? Dude, we got cram school. No, we're gonna see if we can live on this planet. Are you trying to ignore your responsibilities as an actual functioning human being on our planet?
Yep.
No.
You and Hichiri had a fight, didn't you?
Maybe.
I need to give her some cool off time.
It's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be super funny if eventually Helheim finds its way onto this planet and just fucking takes over everything.
Oh god.
We get Invis Chemis.
That would mean that they're all planned chemis then.
I miss Helheim. I miss Gaim.
That's so funny. I'm just imagining like one of the creatures just being like, I miss Helheim. I forget what they're called.
Invis?
Invis, yes. Just like sort of sitting around, just like on like the stairs, like Sad Keanu, and just being like, "I miss Helheim."
So then it ends with Legend taking Shoma. He's like, hey,
Shoma stomach.
Take this Kuga Gojizo.
By the way, about Shoma, I saw like a promotional piece of artwork for Shoma and Gav. Apparently, the character's last name is Inoue, which is the last name of his mother. Because that's a thing Japan does.
Yes, and his father's last name is Stomach.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's related to the big villain. Oh my god.
Surprise! Oh, no. I'm sure that will be very surprising to find out in episode 21.
Yeah.
And then he like transforms into Gav, and he's just like, "Oh, you guys are pretty all right. Here's."
And then he's like, "Try some gummies," and they eat them with their helmets on somehow.
Yeah, they're actual like packaged popping gummies, and I'm like, "That's awesome."
Also, I don't know if you mentioned it already, but yeah, Legend gives Shoma the Kuga Gochizo.
Yep.
I'm usually not that big a fan of gummies, but Japanese gummies are on another level. They're really good.
You know what? I actually wouldn't mind getting wanting to get my hands on some Gav gummies if they Gav gummies.
They're really juicy.
I can't wait to hear that all year.
Oh god, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. You know what,
You hear that every
up,
week.
You know what, 7 brings up two points. One, I didn't realize Naruto took his mother's last name of Uzumaki. And 2,
Well,
I guess
just
that
made
makes
his name
sense
into Spiral.
Yeah, because they wanted to hide that he was the son of the fucking 4th Hokage.
The biggest example that I can think of is
that.
Sailor Moon, because her last name is Tsukino.
Then, and yeah, why didn't Legend give him the Gotchard Gochizo? But I guess since
love
Kuga's
names.
the campaign item,
Yes.
they want to like, hey kids, go get the Kuga one.
I love names in magical girl shows and in Toku because it's just like I wonder what kind of theming this woman whose name is Moon the Rabbit. No, wait, that sounds like a Sonic character.
And
the Gotchard Gochizo will probably be in the crossover movie.
And
I love
apparently
them already,
that,
unfortunately.
Sorry. And
No, I just said I love them.
Okay.
Go ahead, Decker.
And there's some talks that Gav is like presumably like a new, like quote unquote new gen of Kuga because of the whole the bell is part of the body, and you know.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Because the Kuga driver was stored in him.
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
The Arkle was like something that like was hidden inside his body.
That he had to summon out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at one point in the show, he like died, and they had to like defibrillate him, and it gave the belt more power.
Yeah.
I still think Godai died. You know what? That was a question in last week. What's everyone's favorite headcanon? My favorite headcanon is that Godai died at the end of Kuga.
He died on the operating table.
God damn it!
He died fighting life form number 0, and that's why he's not in the final episode with anyone. Except when you see him on the beach, that is the afterlife.
And just think, his name is Go Die.
No.
How fucking dare you?
I didn't name him.
So with that is the end of Kamen Rider Gotchard.
For now.
Until the movies.
Before we get the movie.
We got the movies.
Yeah,
Just in time for the movie.
I'm genuinely surprised there wasn't a movie already
announced. I was
announced.
ask you guys, is that referencing something, or is the just in time for the movie thing referencing something, or is it just something you guys say?
That was just me being a smart ass one day.
I generally forget what the movie is a reference to.
Yeah, I thought it was like a JonTron reference or something.
Oh yeah, I think so.
No, I just said just in time for
Well,
the
JonTron
movie.
is where and then they fuse together is from.
Wait, so all this time I was quoting a Gar quote?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I'm just thinking,
Titanic?
Titanic.
Wow, I guess I must be Mandela affecting myself. I swear to God, JonTron said like just in time for the movie.
No. He just said the movie.
That was
The movie.
I was the one that added just in time for the movie.
Okay. All right, so I'm half right.
It's so funny. It reminds me of did anyone else watch Dead Meat, the kill count, like the horror YouTuber?
No.
I've seen a bit of
James H. Anise, the guy who runs that, he has this quote that he says, which is, "That's nice," in like a very specific voice. And he figured out that he was not quoting anything, but in fact combining a bunch of stuff together in his mind to make that. So it was an original quote.
When you said it, my brain went to Borat.
No, he thought he combined a quote from I think one of the older Adam Sandler movies with something else.
All right.
And mix it together, just like only two is not from Willy Wonka. It's me screwing up quotes from Hitchhiker's Guide and Willy Wonka together.
Anyway, so back on the topic. That was
sorry.
Gotchard as a show.
Now we will talk about.
You know what? Fuck you all. I actually like that finale. I've been. No. Let me fucking say.
Right
no. Aside from Decker,
Wow.
Decker, you're cool. No. I've been holding
Fuck the rest of you.
I've been, for the last 40 fucking minutes, I have been, just hearing you guys bitch and complain, and here I am trying to defend this finale. Fuck you.
I said I liked the finale.
I liked most of it, but my 2 points that I didn't like was the fact that Hotaru broke out of the gold immediately and with nothing to inspire it, and the fact that humanity just decided to forget the chemis.
I just didn't like that Clotho sucked so much. That was basically it.
I cared so little about Clotho that her going out the way she did was perfectly on brand. I just didn't like what was done with the Dread Driver. Anyways.
Gotchard.
Okay, Gotchard as a whole.
I liked it.
I guess I'll go first because I know everyone is ready to either strangle me or be like, Lane.
Let me get my gun.
I'll just, okay.
Your Gotchard gun?
The way I can say this, like, the best way possible is that it's not a bad show. I just wasn't vibing with it as much. Like, I just, like, when I heard the theme was about alchemy and, like, you know, because like I don't really care about like magic and stuff. I'm not really big on that, and like I'm not really big into cards. Like Ichi and like a lot of my other friends can like quote me on this. Like I don't care about card games. I don't care about tabletop games, stuff like that. The only reason I collected a lot of the Kami cards was just because it was kind of me giving myself an excuse to buy something from Gotchard, but also it was to kind of fuel my legend collection because I have legend stuff. So like this show has a lot of heart to it, and like I respect it for that. And it just, I don't know, I just wasn't really digging the suits. I wasn't digging like the belts, and especially because they used the Gotchard driver like 5 times. Honestly, I feel like if legend didn't exist, like I just wouldn't have bought anything from this show like at all, and I just would have been totally clocked out the whole series. So like honestly, Legend's the only real big thing I can take from Gotchard that like I thoroughly enjoyed. But anyways, it's one of those.
Well, I'm glad there was something you liked.
Yeah, but for me, it's one of those things where it's like I see everyone else who really loves the show, especially Decker, like with Ichi with King Oger all last year, seeing Decker enjoy the fuck out of this show. Like every time he used that nutted gif, like that to put a big smile on my face because I knew like he really cared about this show. So everyone who loves Gotchard, super happy for you. I'm so glad, but I just really wasn't vibing with the series. Just wasn't my cup of tea, and I just feel like Gav is kind of the show, not that I've been like waiting for. Yeah, super not. I fucking love it. But Gav's kind of just like I've been seeing what of Gav. I'm ready for it. I think it's going to be like balls to the wall, fucking insane. And who knows? Ichi might be right. It might be like a really dark, serious plot, which that'd be cool. But like, I'm so ready for Gav, and I just thought you're cool. But unfortunately, I'm probably going to put you at the bottom of my list for Reiwa series. Like even Saber, I had interesting stuff to take from it, and sure, Saber was bad, but it had some cool things going for it. So. Yeah, so Gotchard's unfortunately at the very bottom of my list. So it was okay. Yeah.
Anything specific to say about any characters or plot points or anything you want to mention?
Well, I mean, like we usually just get into talking about each character, right? So, okay, well, to talk about Hotaru real quick, he had a lot of heart, and like he's not the type of writer protagonist that I usually go for, because like last year we got Ace, and Ace was just so fucking cool. He had big Chad energy. He was such a badass, and he just
the Chad Ace and the Virgin Hotaru.
Yeah, but Hotaru, I will say he's not the type of writer protagonist that I like. But he wasn't a bad writer protagonist. He had the heart. He cared about his friends. He only ever cared about others and put others before himself. And it was just, he was just such a nice guy. I really wish he implemented "Oh my gotcha" more into like his everyday vocabulary, because I fucking loved the 2 times he did it. So
I don't mind to. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mean to interrupt, but something I noticed is I'm so sad that they stopped with his signature dishes after like 3.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be fair, that will mean that they have to cook almost every episode.
Yeah, but I loved it. I agree. I know that was a joke, but I agree.
He's like, "Oh, I made an inspired dish based off this Kemi I captured."
No, that would be so good.
Yeah. But yeah, Hotaru was, like I said, not my favorite type of protagonist, but he wasn't a bad protagonist. So he was a sweet boy. Yeah.
That's all.
Yep.
Gar, Emily.
I liked Hotaru. I liked Hotaru as a protagonist. I liked his energy, his enthusiasm, his kindness. I liked the sort of twist that he knew what chemis were earlier and just had his mind wiped before. I like his relationship with Hopper a lot, and his relationship with Rine also I like. But I found that most of the things I'm saying about him are things that could be said about a lot of other protagonists. There was not a lot about him that made him super unique in either positive or negative way. He was just sort of a good protagonist.
Are we just going around talking just about Hotaru, or does anyone want to share like their thoughts in general? Are we?
Oh, okay.
Are we doing this character by character? Again, I didn't have a format going in.
Me? Oh, I thought it was. I really liked it when it started, but I think it started to wind down a little bit when the plot wasn't really going anywhere. And by the end, I like it, but I didn't end up liking it overall as much as I thought I would. I still think Saber is worse.
Woof.
Or not less for me than this, but I think it was decent. It feels really unfulfilling. Like, it feels like what was the plot of this show?
Yeah,
to catch all the kings.
Which was resolved halfway through.
Exactly, that's the thing. And then they didn't really replace it with anything else except for like it just sort of.
And then Garion wanted to turn everything to gold, and then Legend happened, and then the Hades Kings happened, and then we went back to Garion.
Thinking back to Geats, it did have a bit of a problem with like 5 billion plot syndrome, but at least there were plots happening.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I like Gotchard. I don't want to make it sound like I don't like it or I think it's gross or anything. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. It felt like if someone asked me to recommend it to them, I would have to warn them that this one doesn't have much of a plot.
Well, no, I just say, like, ask someone, do you like alchemy? Oh, yeah, I like alchemy. Do you like cards?
Yeah, it's like, it's more the elements. Like, I would say, like, are you a fan of this, this, and this? Then you'll like Gotchard. I won't go into recommending to someone saying, oh, the story is really good. But that's the case with a lot of things, where it's like, oh, the story is but, like, look at all this stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on the show or any specific characters?
I really like Nichigon.
That's true, you do.
I don't know why. Something about him just makes me smile so much. I like a little optimistic rainbow dragon creature that turns into a belt buckle.
Yeah, Sel, we know your favorites were Dread and Renge.
Drenge?
Drenge.
I just had to get that out of my brain.
Steven needs to put Renge's head on Dread's body.
No, please
Renge.
No.
I also really liked all the subplots with Kaijiki. I think those were really good.
Yeah, no,
and the fact that they actually followed up on his story and had it come to a conclusion, he had more plot than anyone else in the show.
Yeah, no, that's also the one sin I'll give Gotchard. How dare you have this fun character like Kajiki and you barely fucking did anything with them. Like,
yeah, but when they did use him, it was amazing. Like, his whole thorough line was great.
Yeah, and he got his plot. They stopped mind wiping him. They gave him the girl of his dreams. Like, just nothing.
Whereas, like, Rine's plot was sort of like, oh, your dad's alive. No, he's not. No, he is. No, he's not.
Rine was just a whole different fucking thing.
Yeah, like, I like her. I just feel bad for her because she's probably very confused.
Yeah.
That's all I can't really think of anything else to say.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say about any other characters, Lane?
Oh yeah, okay, quickly. So like Spanner, like I was hoping I would like it Spanner like more, but then he just kind of like Ichi said, like when his plot arc was over, it just kind of like he didn't do anything, and then it took till the last episode for him to finally like look cool. And
I think you said it. I think that the thing was not that the show had no plot, it's that it had plots, then they ended, and then nothing happened.
Yeah. Rene, I felt like could have been more of an interesting like character, but she just kind of wasn't like it just like in terms of like female writer characters, like I just think Sakura from Revice still holds like the highest up there because she just had so much going on with her.
Man, I loved her plot.
Oh no, Sakura was fucking great. Jean was great. But just I don't know, just like Jade, it's just the fact that they made her debut in a movie that was just silly, and like she was a secondary writer, but she didn't feel like a secondary writer, if you get what I mean. And I think that's what was kind of disappointing, was that like they didn't treat her like a proper secondary writer when they should have. So because like again, I'll always say I think Cross is the best secondary writer ever. He was just such a prime example of how you fucking write a secondary writer. And like, you know, Fuga, they made him a writer just to shoehorn that in. I thought that was kind of stupid. Like Wind was cool, but like and then like the sisters, they were okay. You already all know my fucking thoughts on Clotho. I think
I actually can't believe. Oh, sorry, you go first.
I was gonna say like Lachesis was the most interesting one, and I think it was a goddamn crime that they killed her off at all. That was not fair. I don't think she deserved that. She deserved to be a human and be with Spanner, because that was interesting. That like them kind of being shipped together, that was actually kind of fucking interesting. And then they just killed her, and that was stupid. So
I was genuinely shocked and kind of like impressed that they ended it with all the sisters dead and not resurrected in any way.
Sabimaru,
they sort of committed to that, and I mean, I don't like the fact that they're dead, but they also didn't make their deaths meaningless.
Yeah, Sabimaru and Renge, they were cool support characters. I just kind of feel like Renge's whole personality just kind of was the same the whole show, and that she should have
had a plot like Sabimaru did.
Yeah, like she had the same shtick the whole fucking time, and I was just like, okay, we get it. You're the senpai. You're the
closest we got to her having a plot arc was that 2-episode arc of her in her home village, but that didn't really even develop her character at all.
No. And Sabimaru, like, he was great. He was the like quiet boy with like the talking AI tablet, and like he was cool. And like I feel like how they should have wrote him better was like he was using Isaac as sort of like a crutch to kind of get past his like social anxiety and like ability to like talk out loud. But then like being with Hotaro and like seeing him being so like outgoing and stuff, that gave him the confidence to kind of be more open with himself, like towards others. And then eventually he just stopped using Isaac entirely and like just talked more. And that's kind of where I was hoping they would go with his character. They kind of did, but kind of didn't at the same time. So, but he was still like a cool character. Like the 2 episodes we got with him and his brother, like that was great. That was awesome. So, and then Minato, I wish like it was cool. He was like fake evil, but like I kind of wish he ended up getting his own like rider power. That would have been cool. Or just he inherited the dread suit and used like the unicorn form or something. So. And then yeah, so like that's all I got. Sorry. Anyways.
Gar.
So I had a different experience with Gotchard since I sort of started watching it halfway through its run.
As you do.
As I did, because fucking Geats just left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah.
We refer to this as the
sound effect.
We refer to this as the Gotchard run.
Can I hear that sound? Your response to Geats again?
Bleh.
I love it. One more. If it's
add
okay,
it to the soundboard.
One more time.
All right, hang on. Bleh.
Bleh. I love how small it is. It's like just a tiny bleh.
Just every time we say the word Geats, Scar just has to go bleh.
No, that's rude.
So, but you know, I was thinking, okay, it's Keiichi Hasegawa writing. I love his work. I can get into Gotchard. I think I waited to watch Gotchard because I was waiting for the movie to come out so that I can watch it in chronological order. But then I got really hooked into the show. Like, I binge watched it to the point where I was upset that I was on the current episode. Because because to me, I wasn't really like over focusing on like everything around it. It was a show that I could watch while having lunch at work and just feel happy. Because that's what this show did. It made me happy to see a hero who is just going out there trying to save these creatures, making sure that they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then when things got serious, it got serious. It didn't need to go as super hard, but it went hard enough for where everything had to change. Spanner was my favorite character. I think I can fully say that Spanner was my favorite character in the show.
Damn.
I like his dynamic with Hotaro, and the trick or the curveball that he isn't the secondary rider is pretty refreshing, because usually in a standard show he would have been the secondary rider, but instead he is the tertiary rider, where sure, I've complained that he's peaked when he became a common rider, and then the rest of the fights just sort of he doesn't really get an actual win in these fights, but thinking about it now, that's all right. And I do feel bad in a sense that I was sort of bad-mouthing the show when, in the end, I had a good time with it. It gave me joy just to see what these characters are up to. What are they going to do this week? Which Kemi are they going to find this time? What are the villains really going to do? And the idea of Greyon trying to, in a sense, have the world be immortal to not change is something that went under the radar for a lot of people.
And it's also a polar opposite to Hotaro, who wants to make a change.
Yeah, they want to keep moving forward. He wants things to stay the same. Hell, the three sisters, they're immortal. They wouldn't age. They're lifeless. So they would, 100 years from now, they would be the same people. But it's the experiences that the show, if there's anything to describe the show, it's the experience of being around people and how people affect us in our lives. And granted, the show didn't have me crying by the end of a character dying, but it made me cry over a grasshopper, a little grasshopper figurine getting killed by the third quarter. No,
that was kind of devastating. And even if it was undone, it was still devastating.
Oh, it was devastating because the show took it seriously. It made the atmosphere dark. The music was right. They had Hotaro literally scream in agony that his best friend just died.
Debut of final form.
And yeah, and that led to his final form. And it's I really love this show. I would recommend it to a newcomer. It's probably my second favorite Reiwa season, right underneath Revice.
I'm really glad you liked it so much. I feel kind of like I'm dumb because I feel like I'm so neutral on this. I liked Gotchard. I didn't love Gotchard. I didn't hate Gotchard. I don't hate anything though, but I'm just Gotchard's good. Everyone else has better things to say than I did.
You're basically and Gotchard. I like Gotchard.
I don't know what that's referencing, but yes.
Simpsons.
I like Bart.
It's a Simpsons reference.
I like Bart.
Anyways, go ahead, Gar.
And you know what? Gotchard did something that Geets did for me, and that was, it made me not want to watch the next season. with Gotchard, I'm happy where it ended, and I am excited to see where Gav takes us.
I like that. That's great.
All right, it doesn't want to make me stop watching the show and just leave it there. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I still have the spin-off content that I haven't seen. I didn't watch the Sisters podcast yet,
or the high school thing.
Yeah, the Blu-ray miniseries I haven't seen yet. I will definitely go and watch the Flash anime stuff.
Was it subbed?
Yeah, it was subbed.
Okay.
It was subbed. I'm excited to see him come into the Gav movie because I feel like Hotaro and Shoma will have good chemistry together.
Get it? Chemistry?
Yeah. Okay.
Chemistry.
I'm excited. I'm happy that we have a legend, a legacy writer with Legend, where it allowed Hotaro to expand on the world of like, wow, there are more Kamen writers out there outside of me. That's pretty cool. And if Legend does show up again, I'll perfectly be fine with it. I just thought he didn't gel well with the show, but then again, he comes from an alternate universe where he already knows about the other. Legend is essentially the Kamen Rider fandom, and Gotchard is Gotchard.
Gotchard is Gotchard. Gar 2024.
Gotchard is Gotchard.
I think that's one of the reasons why I love Legend so much, was because he felt so out of place in Gotchard. And I was like, oh, this guy's so cool. I really vibe with him because he's not this show. So
and he's just Decade the Second.
Yeah, he's Decade's predecessor, or like successor. So I'm
Decader.
And sure, do I wish some things in the show got more explained? Sure, but you have to remember, this is Keiichi Hasegawa. He's not one of those guys that writes that everything has a purpose. These things get acknowledged, but that's it. Perfect case in point, go watch the Gridman anime. Or go watch Ultraman Dyna. I really liked Gotchard. And if it does get a Shout Factory release on Blu-ray, I might buy it. Might, if it's the actual Blu-ray masters and not the TV masters. And now I definitely want to try and complete my Chemi collection.
I could probably help you with that.
And that is my takeaway from Gotchard. It left a warm feeling. It made me happy.
I like that.
That's great, man.
You guys don't mind if I'm the last person to talk about Gotchard?
Oh no.
Not at all. I want to hear why you love it so much.
Well, it's Ichi's turn next.
Ichi.
Oh crap, sorry.
It's time for a down tick, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, here we go. Get the popcorn.
As much as I said I didn't write a fucking essay, I did write some point form notes just so I made sure I didn't forget anything.
All right.
Okay, so I mean, I've been pretty vocal about what my thoughts on the show were over the course of the show. In terms of Gotchard himself, the character, the weirdly happy dork of a character that he was just wasn't super interesting to me. And a lot of this is just going to be my own personal preferences. Yeah. Not everything that I have to say bad about the show is an objective criticism. A lot of this is just my own personal tastes. So apologies in advance if what I say doesn't jive with what you think. And that's to everyone here and to anyone listening. But like Hotaro being this weird happy dork was annoying and got stale and did not change. Gotchard the power set having so many fucking forms when everyone else had no more than 3 was really weird choice. And well, not weird, it feels on brand for Kamen Rider, but like there was so much focus on Gotchard as a power set that everyone else suffered, and I hated that. And also like his forms, despite being this card plus this thing to make a form, having all the suits be individual unique designs for the most part, instead of being like 2 different half suits being modular the way Build's power set was, I feel only made it suffer. That's why not every suit got a design. Like, there are a lot of them did, but as we were talking about earlier, there are a lot of forms that conceptually could exist that don't exist. Anytime Hotaru did veer away from his happy, dorky personality, it was done in less than an episode. And I think that is part of my biggest concern about the show overall. The bad things that exist about the show are consistent throughout its run, whereas the things that were good about the show are vastly far apart, fleeting, and over way too quickly. Anytime there was a good thing that happened in Gotchard, it was gone immediately. Majade, super proud of the franchise for having a female secondary rider. I'm so happy that we're taking steps in that direction. The execution of it is a different story. Having the debut be in the movie, having her have a fucking cooldown after her debut. Like, they wouldn't let her henshin for a good couple of weeks after that happened. The character did not emote. There were maybe 5 points in the entire series where I went, hey, look, she learned how to show emotions this time. Valvarad, oh my god, it's worse Chaser. They tried to do Chaser again, and it wasn't as good. And my biggest problem with Majade and Valvarad as power sets, their final forms debuted at the end of the fucking show. Why even bother? They didn't have time to do anything cool except for the episodes in which they debuted. And oh my god, my biggest problem about the power sets, I've been very vocal about this, but every belt being a variant of the Gotchard driver was tiresome.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the Gotchard driver was a one-of-a-kind artifact.
Until it wasn't.
It was the blueprint for the alchemy to make a driver.
Yeah, so
like
it makes sense for everything to be based on the Gotchard driver.
But they never explained why everyone's driver had to be based on that one. They said that the Gotchard driver was important, but it was never fully fleshed out on why.
Maybe just because it was just like a really powerful alchemist tool that they're like, well, if Hotaro's doing such a good job with it, we should be able to as well.
Also, Nijigon is in it.
I'm not usually a sucker for the cute characters that say the thing a bunch, like that have their like non-word catchphrasey stuff all the time. I wasn't a huge fan of Nijigon, but I fully understand why everyone likes him. Not my thing.
No, it's okay. I 100% know mascot characters are an acquired taste, and as a female human, I probably have something wired in my brain that's like, must like the cute guys.
Emily can love.
On the other hand, what I think is cute can vary from like Nijigon to like thinking Violante is cute, so.
Emily can love Nijigon for all
I mean,
us.
I'm the one who thinks that the little X-Fortress RC car is adorable.
I think it is cute too.
For the V cinemas.
I'm not immune to cute things.
Yarukar is adorable too.
In a weird, grotesque way, because it has all those teeth.
Yeah, but it's the voice and the personality.
Yeah.
Sorry for the tangent.
Garion as a villain is a mixed bag. On one hand, he has the charisma and the performance of a really good villain in him. Anytime he was on screen talking, I was enthralled. It's just such a shame that his motivation and his objective were not quite at the same level. The only thing I will give him is him ending up being responsible for Fuga's quote-unquote betrayal in the early half of the show was a really good plot point, and it was over too quick. But the whole like, oh, I want to turn the world to gold! I'm like, fucking, am I watching Goldmember?
Yeah.
Legend should have been a side series. We had this section of the show where we finished dealing with the first iteration of Garion. Gigist shows up to kickstart this new arc of the Hades Kings being a thing, and Gigist immediately had to go, oh, sorry, I showed up too early, as the Legend arc fucking shoved its way into the series and distracted us all from this show's attempt to maintain a plot.
The Legend arc was super weird because I really liked it and I like Legend, but I feel like it should have been a movie or something.
Exactly. The Legend content was good, but it shouldn't have been in the show. Do what they do with every other movie and have like a cutaway line at the end of one episode, reference that it's about to happen, and then it's a side thing.
Yeah, remember we teamed up with Legend? Holy fuck, that was weird, right?
That would have been fine.
But it was like, and now the plot will take a detour.
Lachesis being the second Valvarad was a brilliant idea that capitalized on the parts of the Valvarad situation that I did like. But again, like a lot of the show, wasn't used enough and was gone before it had any time to do anything significant. It would have been really, really cool if we had the whole back third of the show, the two Valvarads fighting together on a consistent basis, which would have fed into the developing romance between them. And also the only one of the three Hades sisters who was well developed overall was Atropos, because they ended up fleshing out who her human model was. We ended up getting all the explanation for why she acted the way she did. Whereas Lachesis didn't really get as much, and Clotho got fucking none.
Nope.
Well, I mean,
Clotho was there to be someone to fight. That was it.
No, that's what I'm trying to say though. Where if you look at it from that perspective, they all represent. It's sort of like the Dead Man trio from Revice, where all three of them eventually had their own different paths.
But the difference is all three of them ended up developing in different ways and being interesting in three very different ways. Olteca refused to change and cemented himself as a villain, and that was interesting because it distanced him from the other two. Aguilera developed because she had a fully fleshed out redemption arc and her friendship with Sakura, and Julio was interesting in the way that he was attempting to change and become better, but it took him a little longer to get there. But he all he ever tried to do was his best. He didn't. I wouldn't say he succeeded as much as Aguilera did, but the effort and the intent is absolutely present. I just think he should have been his own writer instead of stealing over demons, but that's a whole other thing that we've already talked about. I know I've said a lot of bad stuff about the show so far, so I will take a break from that to talk about the things I did like. Minato as a character, very cool. Teacher with a tragic backstory, trying to redeem his past arc. He had his whole fake villain arc, which was very cool. Him being Kamen Rider Dread was a very cool part of the show. I feel like that, again, like I said, ended too quickly. Kajiki, one of the best side characters writers had in a long time. Again, its instances were few and far between, but when Kajiki was focused on, best parts of the show. Him having an actual successful romance plot, unheard of in Rider. And then I think my favorite character overall, and this is like a wide gap, Sabimaru. Oh my god, I knew from the start he was going to be interesting, and he was. Again, few and far between instances, but when he was the focus, it was so good. Him being this emotionally, socially stunted character, and for reasons that we get full explanation on, and then having him develop over the course of the series and become more open with everyone because of Hotaru. I thought that was really nice, and the only thing that I think could have made Sabimaru's plot better, and I've said this before again, is if he ended up being permanently Kamen Rider Dread. Because it would have been a really nice way for him to overcome his trauma of the first time he was Kamen Rider Dread, for him to conquer his own inner doubts and fears, and then use Dread, use the power that wronged him and traumatized him, and repurpose it for good. I think that would have been the best way for Sabimaru's plot to end. Let's see, what else? Oh, Kamen Rider Wind. It's funny that I forgot mentioning him until now because what like the least used thing in the show. Fuga was the center of the narrative at the start of the show because he's the one who steals the driver, gives it to Hotaru. You think he's killed, and then you think he's a traitor, and then they reveal that it's not, but they still don't know where he is, and then they reveal that he's been hiding in his fucking lab regenerating his HP for half the show. Like, guys. Not even Majade had a cooldown this long.
To be fair, he almost got burned to a crisp in the very start of the show.
Even if he did have to spend all that time recovering, if he had like been in like a sick bay in the Alchemy Academy all this time, and like every now and then we check in on him and see his progress, I think that might have been better. But we had to keep him off camera for the first third or half of the show so we could have this fake betrayal arc happen. But after that was gone, I think that's when Fuga should have shown up. In fact, he could have shown up to help dispel the fact that it was a lie. Just show up. I have the receipts. Just fully show up and uncancel himself. The fact that alchemy was a main theme of the show feels completely superfluous to the entire show itself. Them being alchemists wasn't really fleshed out enough. The world building of the existence of the academy wasn't really done enough. The upper echelon of the academy's staff members was maybe addressed twice or thrice at most. We see a couple instances of Spanner and Minato trying to talk to these upper dudes at the academy, and then we find out, oh, they were working with Garyon, and then they just fucking flee. And I think my favorite part of like the existence of any one part of the Alchemy Academy outside of the main cast was just the fact that Spanner had these nerds who helped him with his evil plan a couple episodes ago. Like, where did they come from? Unexplained, but funny. But again, my overall problem with the show is that it's inconsistent. The good stuff is good, but it's inconsistent. Also, they didn't bring back Spanner's rival Boruto. 0 out of 10.
Okay, no, that's just stupid.
This is a good show for people who like Pokemon and Digimon and just monster collection things in general. I understand that. Yeah, I understand because the best part of Gotchard is the chemis because all of their designs are great. The names are fun. They're all interesting puns. They're all well-designed characters and creatures. It's just the story of the show that's not consistent. It's just as inconsistent as my rant about it.
I'm just gonna finish my final thought of Kamen Rider Gotchard overall with this very picture.
Gorgeously die.
Gorgeously die, Gotchard. All right, Deckard, the poster child for Gotchard, our resident Gotchard expert. We are coming over at midnight now, so. But just give us your thoughts, and then we'll wrap up the episode.
Okay, I'll make this quick. Okay, I want to say this show changed my life, but not really. But overall,
what an opening statement!
Made you super,
but not really.
Okay, so overall, I just. From the very beginning, when we got the rumors, I was immediately hooked on what the show is going to be. Parts, monsters, like that. Oh, that just screams Pokemon for me. I like Pokemon. I love Pokemon. And when the show came out, after binge watching the entire show for like the 4th time to get ready for the finale, really having fun with this show. And I do agree that there are parts of the show that are could have been handled better or could have been like developed more. But even then, I can't really say that the show is bad, or I say, oh, this is I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. Like, it's like Gotchard is definitely going to be. It's definitely one of the writer shows for me that's going to be close to my heart. Where I wouldn't even like. I'll put it as one of my favorites, but it's not like it's my favorite, but it's not really the super best show. But I do really love it. And like one of the things that I love about Gotchard is, of course, is the suits and the gimmick, which is the chemis. Like, I love the chemis, and I'm really proud that after almost a year, I've basically gotten every single one of them. And I'm moving an image right now.
Honestly, you were channeling my kind of energy this whole year. You were doing what I usually do, where I'm just like, I love this show so much, I'm gonna collect everything because I love it so much.
By the way, I just want to say, in the finale, did you notice that like when the chemis were all getting turned to gold, they like fell to the ground as gold cards? And I'm like, oh good, another version of all 101 chemi cards.
Chemis.
Gold cards. I don't think they're gonna do that because, like, I mean, it's just gold version. Like, what are they gonna do? Okay. Back to what I like about Gotchard. One of the main things I love about it is not only just the chemis, but the suits. I love basically every suit in the show, even the retooled ones, like L. I really love Steam Hopper. I love Majades. I love Valvorets, even though I'm not really a big fan of the whole like dirt design on it. But overall, I really love the suits. Okay. Now, for the things that I know a lot of you guys criticize, which is the characters. Otaro is top 10 favorite main characters for me. Like, alongside Shinosuke, alongside Shotaro, alongside Iki and Vice, I just love his energy. I love that he's an idiot that just pushed through everything, even when he's about to die. The kid fucking, like, not only almost died once, not almost died twice, but he almost died 3 times against Dread, Gurion, and freaking and at the very end when he's turned to gold. And no matter what, no matter like how the situation was, I just love how he represents the main like message of the show being go forth for your dream, no matter what's stopping you. And I think that's a really good message to have. Even if, yes, he's loud, he can get annoying, but that is like one of the things I like about Hotaro. And the other characters like Rine and Spanner, I will say I feel that their characters could have been developed even more, but as who they are, I really like them. I thought Rine being an introvert who wants to make friends was a neat character for her. And I disagree. I think she actually emotes a decent amount. And for Spanner, at first I thought Spanner was, he's just a dickhead. But then once we learned about his story, about his past, and when he became a comm writer, he's now became, you're a dickhead, but you're a cool dickhead. And I really like the moments with them, with each of the sisters, even though I do agree that for Hotaro and Lachesis, it could have been more developed compared to the other sisters. But I do like Rine and Otropos being that since one is smarter by the other, and one wants to make friends, and the other one does too, but is but doesn't want to go into that and just wants to stay away from it and serve Master Gurion. I think that was a neat thing. And Clotho with Spanner.
Jesus,
I really like them together. Yeah, I really like them together. Like. And I did really want them to be together by the end, but then she died. In fact, all of them died, which was an unexpected development for me because I actually thought they're all gonna survive this. But sadly, that's what happened.
That's how they subvert your expectations. The immortal characters were the ones who died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also really like Clotho's whole like humanity, and I think her death has the most impact because she was about to be completely human, and then she died being a human.
Lachesis.
Like a Lachesis. Sorry, wait, no. Was it Clotho or Lachesis that was his banner?
Lachesis.
Lachesis.
Clotho was the fighty one who died in the finale.
Okay, Lachesis. Sorry. One of the things I would say, their names is kind of confusing. Like, I know who they are, but their names are a little bit confusing.
I do remember that for the first few weeks, it was tough remembering their names.
Yeah, I know
They have
that
pretty
they're like
cool names.
I know that each of like the villain names are based on like a name of like a well-known mythology, if I remember.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to keep up. Yeah. So I liked the Three Sisters. I wish they could have more time with their respective characters in their show. But overall, I really liked them. Gurion, as much as his goal of making everything gold.
He's gold.
He's gold. I think like even though his plan is ridiculous, stupid, I think it fits with what gold. I still think that it fits with what was his main motivation was to be, because he's the doll created by the three Dark Kings, which are the creators of alchemy. So, and basically he has the original mindset of alchemy being turn everything to gold, which makes sense.
Okay, that does make sense actually.
I just think it's hilarious how like he was jealous of Fuga having a daughter, so he just used alchemy to make his own fake daughters.
Yeah, that's one thing I like the dolls, where like even though they were created for a purpose, when they find that they have something that they want, they try to fight it, but then by the end they're like, no, like I don't want to stay who I am. Even though Lachesis is the one that's like wanting all the sisters to stay together.
That was Clotho who wanted them all to stay together.
God damn it! I'm fucking stupid.
You're not stupid. You're just getting the names confused.
The bad one.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. I don't think Genesis is
Clotho was
bad,
the fighty one.
Clotho was the bad one. Lachesis was the hot one. Atropos was the child one.
Clotho, the fighty. Atropos, the flighty. Lachesis, the quitey. That's a deep cut bonus stage reference.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Gurion, even though his goal is stupid, I think he's a decent villain for what the show is going for. Now the only part of the villains that I don't like, well, not really don't like, but I feel like they definitely didn't fully go onto them, are the Dark Kings. Because there's definitely some lore about them that didn't really fully explained, but they get hints of it, being that, oh, they were humans and they are a trinity. That, spoilers for the Gotchard movie, they form the three-eyed demon, which is their true Dark King form that they combine with. In fact, one of the details that was said in the Kamen website is that their design, if you look at their chests, if you combine them together, they form a face.
That's interesting.
I never saw this.
But yeah, I agree that the fact that they used to be human didn't get fleshed out or fully explained is another shot against the show.
I thought they were going to show them in their human forms.
No,
I think they're going to explain it in the Gotchard movie, because they're the big villain, like the main final villain of that movie. But who knows? The movie is not sub yet. It's still in theaters. Okay, side characters. Kajuki, I love him. I love his romance story. I love his relationship with Hocho being just the two stupid fucking dorks that are like. If I have to say, like in terms of like Castranger, Kajuki and Hocho is like Lane and Gar.
Which is
I don't know which.
I'm getting.
Oh fuck! I don't know. I feel like Lane.
Man, I think that Lane is Hotaro and Gar is Kajuki.
Gar would be Kajuki.
Yeah, Kajuki. Okay. Yeah, I love Kajuki. I love his relationship with Hotaro. Rine. Wait, no, sorry. I want to talk about Rine.
Just real quick before you move off of Kajuki, I had something else I wanted to posit that I forgot to mention when I was talking. The only thing I think could have improved Kajuki's character arc is like once they had fully accepted him onto the team. I think it would have been nice if he had like started being like a junior alchemist. And
I know, why is that not?
Maybe not in the show, but like in like a post-series movie leading up to him getting his own rider set.
Oh, that would have been great. Toei, please listen. We know you're listening.
Personally, I don't think I know you guys want Kaji to be part of the main team, but from after watching the show like the entirety in one I binge watched the entire show for the 4th time. I feel he did perfect being that one friend that's an outcast but always gets involved in some form of way. And every time he has an interaction in an episode, it's always funny, no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah. So Sabimaru and Ringe. Yes, I do. Even though I do agree that they weren't given a lot, I immediately like them as characters. I like that. I really like Ringe's whole thing about like, oh, I need to make money, and then Sabimaru being the quiet senior. And I really do like the episodes where it focuses on them, like Maru with his brother and where he grew up with, and then Ringe with her grandma. They were very wholesome episodes. One was a very wholesome episode, and the other was a really, really cool episode to show off more of Sabimaru's development from the entire show. Because from the start, he's quiet. He always let Isaac talk for him, but then by the end, he was able to speak up more, especially with Hocho being like one of his like main motivators. Yeah, Minato. He's just a cool guy. I like his story. I like that his whole thing where I want to forget the incident that happened where from Willian, he killed all the people from the Alchemy Association 10 years ago, and that he can't really like forget about it, even if he wants to. Gyoka, I thought, was a really good addition to the cast to help with Spanner's character, and did a lot with Spanner's backstory, being basically like a aunt to him, and like the story itself. Okay, Gar, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me. I know this was written by 3 writers, one of them being Hasegawa. This Gotchard definitely feels like it has the structure of a writer show, a character story of an Ultraman show. I don't know if you agree with me with that.
Like I said when I first started watching it, it's Ultraman Ginga with an actual budget.
Ooh.
Oh.
You're not wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
high school protagonists collecting MacGuffins, evil dark characters in the shadow that are using human corruption as greed. It's Ultraman Ginga with an actual budget, and yes, Hasegawa had a hand in Ginga.
Oh fuck.
In Gotchard.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
No, in Ginga.
So I was combining the names, Ging Gotchard.
And as much I thought Ginga was I think Gotchard, I think if I weren't like everything else about Gotchard, I would say Gotchard is okay, but I just enjoyed everything about it. Like, I love the designs, the gimmicks, and I really enjoyed the characters, even if some of them weren't given like enough time to give more to them. But I think overall the show is did very well to what they want to do. And personally, I thought and I really I think the one thing I love about Gotchard is just the message of it being a gacha, and no matter what stop you, go for it, no matter what, because the show really emphasized on what is your gacha, what do you want to do, what is your goal. And I think it's really cool that everyone has a goal, even if some of them died because of it, like the Dark Sisters. But yeah, I just really I this is the first ever time where I actually watched a writer show and said, I want to collect everything. Not all of, or not every single like merch they have, but almost everything. Like I've gotten all the attachment, almost all the weapons, and I went on my way to collect all the cards. And overall, I just love. Like I love watching the show. I love enjoying the show. I love collecting all the cards, all the toys, and I think Gotchard is definitely one of the writer shows that I would watch again. Really, like no matter what, that's how much I love it.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Overall,
yeah.
I really love the show.
When you were talking about Ginga earlier, I was fully ready for you to go. As much as I thought Ginga was my overall opinion on Gotchard is
That was what I said, so it was dumb, but just like Ginga, Gotchard,
Ooh.
I'm sorry,
right.
this is cursed.
Where's my Ginga Gotchard crossover?
Yeah, King Gotchard.
King Gotchard.
King Chanko. That was bad.
All right. Any other closing thoughts from anyone else?
This episode was longer than 500.
Anyone has a favorite Kemi?
X Fortress.
Man, it's hard. Man, I really like Thea. I like Clover and the crap. What's the rabbit one called?
Bounty Bunny.
Yeah, Bounty Bunny. But also, I like the hoodie one.
Parka.
The hoodie one killed me. Yes.
As you can see, this is how much I love the show. I remember every single Kemi.
That's awesome, though.
Which one did you say, Elaine? I think it was
forgot
drowned
that
out.
they call parkas. They call hoodies parkas in Japan.
One second. I'm trying to find a picture of it because they have it here. Yes.
Tsuki Empire is also great.
God damn it.
My phone.
My phone. Hey.
My phone looks great, and the TV.
Yeah, God. What about you?
I haven't really thought of it.
Smart Bob phone fans.
I do know you really like the robot what's it, Ranking Robo.
The mecha thing.
Ranking Robo was cool.
Maybe that one. I don't know. I might need to rewatch. I might need to pull a Decker and rewatch the show and actually like.
Oh my god.
Or
just look at a list.
No. I feel like once the V cinemas and all the movies come out, I want to watch this show in like chronological order.
Damn. I've only rewatched the Writer Show once, and that was Drive.
Oh wait.
I've been thinking about going back and rewatching Kiva.
Time Lord.
We were supposed to do that together, and then it never happened.
Time Lord.
It still happen if you want.
I know. I want it to happen.
For me, to be honest, I really hard to pick. But if I have to go, it's either if I have to pick like in terms of like from what we got from the show, like who like in terms of the cameos as who they are. What Nijigan? I like this little dude.
Man, I forgot Nijigan was a Kemi. I know that's so bad, but.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for Gotchard for us here at Castranger. Mixed opinions, mixed thoughts, but that's fine because alchemy is all about mixing things.
Yeah!
I did it! I tied it all back together.
You always know just what to say, Kichi. Like, I'm not kidding.
I am ready for my chocolate boy.
Chocolate boy.
Chocolate.
Some stay strong and others buy the toys.
Either chocolate in or chocolate in.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. That turned out way too well. I'm sorry.
That was fucking brilliant.
I cannot wait to get everything involving balance.
This is currently my phone paper.
Shit.
I can't say that I'm super excited for Gav, but I am very, very hopeful that the show will eventually give me something to be excited about. Whether it's the story, whether it's a pop themed rider, whether it's something else that I don't know about yet.
Ichi, I remember you saying that when Zenkaiger first started. You were just like, I don't know if I'm gonna really like anything, but we'll see if the show surprised me. And then you ended up liking Zenkaiger.
And like I said last week, Zenkaiger I didn't enjoy while it was going, but after Dawn Brothers, it was literally a case of out of the frying pan into the fire.
You know what, Ichi? I think you need to give Dawn Brothers a rewatch. Really?
No!
I do too.
Oh my god.
Dun brothers. Dun
Fucking stream for
I
you
was
to
about to
watch
say,
my
you'll have to
character.
tie me to a fucking chair against my will for that to happen.
Oh, Cell and I can arrange that for sure.
Oh god, no, this is a joke.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Worth it. Cell.
Yes.
Later.
No.
I'm sorry, I
Anyway,
see the image of all the chemis. It just makes me think of all the cousins from Leland.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
God.
I didn't
That's
think
a lot
anyone
of
else would
cousins.
know or care, but I thought of the Leroy and Stitch end screen too.
Oh my god.
All right.
Anyways, Gav starts next week. Or this week actually, but we're talking about
It
next
airs
week,
this
but
weekend.
I can't fucking wait. I just want October to come so Valen can debut. So
It's weird that Kamen Rider Valen, who's based on chocolates, doesn't debut at Valentine's Day.
no, but you know what?
That's
He's
way too long.
No, but he's debuting in October, which Halloween chocolate. So yeah, there's your workaround.
Well, let's work around to the end of this episode because I'm done.
Yes. Sentai Castranger.
I mean, next week we won't be doing a feature topic either because we'll be doing our opening discussion for Gav.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing we do. We'll be giving our thoughts over the first episode and theory crafting and talking about what we think we'll see, what we want to see, what we might see. It's the changing of the guard.
Changing in the Gav.
Wait, what?
I have to go.
Yeah, Gar, we're
because I
changing
really
you
need
out.
to use the washroom before
That's
my
fine.
bowels burst open.
Yeah, it's fine. Go.
I'm sorry. I love you guys.
That's okay.
Nijigun.
All right. Thank you all for yet another season of Kamen Rider here on Castranger. It's been
Thank you guys. It was great. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
It's always super fun. The reason I am able to get through these shows is because we have this podcast and this forum to talk about it here with everyone here. So let us know what you thought of Kamen Rider Gotchard, not only the finale but the series as a whole. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Let us know what your favorite Kemi was, and let us know what you're looking forward to for Gav. As always, thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. The primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord server, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Thank you all once again, and we will see you next week for the debut of Kamen Rider Gav!
Stay juicy.